Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen?
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome in to the 187th episode of Abyssal Musings, which is the
Who let
other
that
show.
green guy
Not this
in?
one. It's not this one. I'd let them in. This is Screaming into the Void, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an idiot, and I probably shouldn't say this to an audience, but I almost didn't do the show today because I woke up and I thought it was Sunday.
That'll do it.
Okay. Yeah.
So and I'm like, it took me a second to realize, no, it's Saturday. You need to get up and get started. And all that, but we are here. We are live. This is Screaming into the Void. Sorry about the gaffe earlier. Channeling my inner Joe Biden or whatever. And yeah, welcome to the show. I'm Samuel the Infamous. Joining me today, we have Caucasian Sasquatch. Say hello to the good people.
Hi, I'm Caucasian Sasquatch.
And joining us tonight, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Abe.
Howdy.
Yes.
Slightly better.
I don't know, dude. You're still looking a little green.
Damn it.
It's like the easiest layup in the history of sick joke.
Nothing but net.
Yeah, welcome in, everybody. We are live currently on Twix, Rumble, and two separate YouTube channels, Caucasian Sasquatch and Samuel the Infamous. If you're in any of those places, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. We're say hello to chat in just a minute. I got a couple of housekeeping things we got to take care of. First up, I discovered last night that I can no longer put external hot links into live streams on YouTube unless I verify my ID.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, you get how many subscribers you got now?
413.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So now that is the only thing so far they've asked me to do as far as ID verification goes. But just so you guys know, if and the only reason this matters is because I've been pinning the Rumble link in the YouTube chats for the last 2 years since I started streaming on Rumble, just because, just in case the stream goes down. Well, unfortunately, that's not a thing I can do anymore. So the link is still up and live on the homepage on YouTube, though, so you can hit it there. Otherwise, yeah, that's just be aware going forward. I won't be able to put external links to external sites in the descriptions because I'm not going to give them my fucking ID. So it's just that simple. The other thing is that you will see pinned at the top of the chat. I don't know why they need it. They already have my goddamn banking information. Right? So, but whatever.
Yeah.
Sure. That is weird.
So
hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh wow, that's actually nefarious, bro.
Protecting the kids. And it never was about protecting kids.
Never is.
Well, those aren't the people who protect kids, like, oh wait, you mean the other ones, right?
Yeah. So anyway, the other thing pinned at the top of the chat on YouTube, Rumble, and now Caucasian Sasquatch is a Give Send Go link for our good friend Gal, who is in need of some assistance. The goal on the Give Send Go is pretty reasonable. It's 6,000. We have crossed the 4,035 barrier here recently, so she's getting closer to the goal. I'm gonna keep shilling this shit until we get there, and help her out. She's family. She's one of us.
Dilly.
Yep. And if you can't donate, which is, it is what it is, right? Please do take the link and share it out to whatever social apps you're on. So we appreciate that, and we appreciate you guys. Now, we'll say hello to the chat. The chat.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Some of those guys are assholes.
I mean, some of the guys on the panel are assholes.
I was going to say, these ones are already here.
Yes, but there'll be competitive assholes that are competing with it. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Anyway, Hurricane Paro, welcome in. Paro. We've got Entwine the Mind. Dude, I saw your my first experience with Entwine the Mind was very late Thursday night, Friday morning, with another guy who called himself what was it? I don't remember. Anyway, one was ostensibly a racist, and this guy was gay, and there was a lot of stuff about cradling the balls and swallowing the gravy. It was a lot. It was a lot.
What the fuck?
That would be my stream, right?
It was. Yes, it was.
Did you notice the title of that stream?
I did, but I don't remember what it is now.
It was something like the most petty YouTubers on YouTube or something like that. It was a fucking banger, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was an outright banger, bro. Like, that thing was pumping all night long. I just gave up after like 6 hours or whatever. I was just like, fuck this, I'm going to bed.
I mean, in chat, you
I'm
keep
not
putting
even going to comment.
Oh, people kept paying to put these two on the panel by themselves, just like virtually sucking each other off, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? It's 4 a.m. I'm going to bed.
But no, it had sucked you all the way in.
Something like that. Anyway, welcome in.
I was sober for that, by the way.
Oh dear.
Got Capitano Cavalryman Shay. Welcome in, dude. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. We got Orthodox guy. Oh, there's the other guy. That's the other guy with the sucking.
That's why I was doing this.
Anyway, welcome into you too, Orthodox guy. We've got Ariel Ballet. Howdy. Mom, don't watch this show. I mean, she called me before. She was like, what topics are you talking about today? And I was like, there's going to be some dick talk, Mom. But I didn't expect this. So I hope she's not watching.
She knows it's every week at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, we got Ariel in.
We're talking about dick. I'm going to put my happy Sasquatch in the sunflowers up.
We got Zatoichi in. Howdy, good to see you, man. OPD of Utah, welcome in.
Hey, girl. Long time no see.
Indeed. Oh man, yeah, that was I think that was my first exposure to both of those guys, and I was just like, holy fuck, what have I watched? I'm not awake enough to deal with this.
It was a doozy.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. Anyway, Lepo, hi, howdy, good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. So, like I said before, we are we're doing well. Zatoichi, this is my stream, not Sasquatch's, and I don't do open panels, so just should probably put that out there. We got to go through this every Saturday at the same time. I don't know why, but yeah.
Lepo.
So yeah, it's like I don't do open panels. I don't do like debate sphere shit. I don't do like, pay to put people up or put people down or any of that stuff. But
I
really
am working to change that.
It's not happening.
I'm trying. I can't make it happen, but I can be very annoying for a long period of time.
Yeah. So, and it isn't anything personal to anybody in the audience or anything like that. It's just, I like to have some
we'll put
control
down for free.
Yeah, I like to have some control over what's happening on my channel. Where Sasquatch is
I feel like you're shooting at me.
a little bit.
Allow me to explain what took place. It was a travesty, an absolute diabolical, just horrible. All right, so homeboy's over there streaming, and there's a group of people over here who are reacting to his stuff, and he's reacting to their stuff, and they both end up streaming at the same time, and they both end up cross-reacting to each other's stuff. And just so happens, coincidentally, right before he went live, he had privated the thing that the guy was going to react to. And so he was sitting there with the video up, and he was able to play through a certain part of it. But when he went to a different window and came back, poof, it's gone, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, that bastard took it down. He knew I was going over it, which, in OG's defense, he didn't know until he happened to click over and notice that dude was streaming. And he was like, oh, cool. Oh, wait, they're going over that thing. And he's like, oh, shit, I just took it down. And he went to go put it back public. And as he's going to put it back public, this other dude starts talking like the maddest of trash, the most petty BS you could imagine. And so homeboy was like, okay, well, if that's what you think, I'm gonna get that bag, right? Pay a fucking membership, you can have access. Someone else had also run the same stream. He ends up joining the panel. What's up, boys? How you doing? And while they're live, same dude goes to a different channel, say another guy on the same panel, and he's sitting there, they're talking about it, yada, 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 and he gets to the same place and starts playing it, and this guy goes privates it just to be a petty bitch. Jokingly, he went and privated it for 5 minutes and then unprivated it just to be a dick. And the dude spurred out for almost an hour about it, and then tried to flag the stream. Actually did flag the stream, and somebody from that group, I'm not quite sure who, claimed that he was handling a firearm on screen. And you know, when you do that, you just get a 24-hour ban, and they take your shit down until they do the review, and then everything goes back to normal the next day, right? Mm-hmm. It was absolute madness. But ironically, that was a byproduct of all of that crap happening and his stream coming down. And I was like, well, I'll catch the raid. And so I kind of had to keep the same energy moving forward. And that's just not really my energy. Not really.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think I did well. I had like 75 people in chat all night long.
Yeah. There was a number of people. I wasn't even sure that was your panel, to be honest, right at first.
Right? I was like, wow, I kept that shit bouncing. Yeah, right. Fuck you, dude. Come on, man.
I'm saying it happens on occasion, but a lot of times, like, you do some very niche content, man. You know?
Exactly. That's why I have 2 people in chats, because I'm talking about a particular variation of a particular type of Puebloan pottery that was found in the wrong place, and
right,
and nobody cares.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I don't even
just
care.
Saying, like, it's specialized content, highly specialized, and like niche interest. So. Which is fine, because we do some of that here too.
The weird part, though, is it's not a particular niche. It's not just Native American turn of the century pottery from the desert Southwest found outside of that location. It's that, and it's also like ancient Celtic animistic beaded workwear.
Right?
And South American references to Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah, we do the good shit.
Indeed. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get a hold of Mr. Bug. I completely forgot to reach out to him, but I will reach out to him. I will recommend him to you, or you to him rather. I
think I subscribed to him last time.
Yeah, as a person to shield his wares, and also because I really want to see what happens when you go onto one of your Sasquatch tangents and he doesn't know how to handle it.
But I don't even know how to take that, man, because it's just stop.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Bug be kind of creeped out by your attraction to his avatar.
Am I attracted to his avatar?
No, you're once you start laying in on, hey, that looks sexy and shit. Like, what the hell?
You're right. No, that's gonna happen. Inevitable. I'm not attracted to it, but it is gonna happen. Hey, $20 is $20 at 2 a.m. in a bus station bathroom. It doesn't even matter how many legs you have.
Oh man, I can't believe you said $20 is $20 on that stream the other night too. Because I'm just sitting here, I was like, holy fuck, all of that spawned from Shadoo. So anyhow, I'm sure
Shadoo is not the first hooker to imagine that $20 is $20 regardless.
Right. And we can thank the elusive Kohai masochist for that meme. It was great stuff. It was a long time ago, but I did promise a kid once he got out of OCS I wouldn't be using that meme anymore. So
so send it to me now. Send it to me. Send it to me. I need a donation thing anyway.
All right.
Dude, they were throwing me money the other night. That was so stupid. And somebody asked me, was like, hey, you did a perfectly good job of that whole thing. You herded all the cats. There were no TOS violations, no flags. Nobody was mad. Everybody went home happy. And I was like, that's what a good prostitute does, right? And they were like, why don't you do that more often? And I said, well, I work with Dusty, and Dusty's kind of the preeminent grifter of that sphere. And if I were to attempt to try to do the same thing, I would end up cutting directly into part of his viewership and whatnot, right? And so that would be, in my opinion, a backhanded, backstabby kind of thing to do. But currently, at least for the next few weeks, I'm fucking broke. And it's knives out, motherfuckers. Money me now.
Indeed. Speaking of money, Devil, what did you do to Ariel?
I don't know. What did I do to Ariel?
I don't know, but she's threatening your ass.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Yeah, what did I do?
I don't think she has to explain herself, sir. You need to explain yourself.
get you.
You know what you did.
I have no clue.
I told you.
That's a very woman response there, Ariel.
Yeah, I know that's a woman, so I knew what she was going to say.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Right. Also, welcome in, Devil. He was in the middle of a recap of some very strange internet denizen events the other night. So.
What's funny, what was brilliant about the whole thing is like, just as things were fixing to wind down, this rando dude out there on the corner of the debate bro verse found my stream and shared it out on his Discord, and all of his buddies come and was gonna, like, I guess mogged me or something, except they ran across all of my homies. And it turned into everybody sitting around just doing a hokey pokey. I don't know what to tell you, dude. They turned themselves around. I mean,
Yeah.
I am typically trollier than almost anyone I meet. I mean, just hands down.
That is true. Speaking of trolley stuff, so the thing happened with Trump like earlier today.
Is that my sign?
Yeah.
Doesn't it always?
Okay. Here's my
That
sign,
troll
y'all.
Emperor Trump.
So a photo was taken, and a boom mic might have been like awkwardly placed, and now it's a thing.
It's, you started with the wrong one. You actually listed the other one first.
Oh yeah. Okay, here we go.
There's the boom mic.
So
He's just, and hold on, I always want to point out he's RFR'd the shit out of that.
yeah. What's even funnier is, like, it's a ways down in the comments, but if you scroll down like a real far ways, I'm not suggesting we do this. Somebody went and they turned that mic and that boom into gold-plated mic and boom.
Just like the Midas penis.
Right.
Mhm.
Do you
So,
think
yeah.
he was? Do you think he was standing there normal and he saw the mic where it was and he's all opportunity and started
Look at
pressing his
him.
legs a little bit?
Yes.
Put his legs-
Yes, dude. Look at him. He saw the angle, glanced over, spread his legs a little bit wider because his legs are wider than the freaking shoulders. He is standing there like he's been flying for 18 hours or on a ship in freaking storm, right? He's ready for it. That is not normal on solid ground. I don't give a fuck who you are.
I mean, name the last president who had his nuts interviewed.
That would have been Dwight Eisenhower. And it was interviewed by, what was the bastard? It was the head of the FBI.
I thought you were going to say Jimmy Carter.
Hoover.
They asked,
Edgar Hoover. He
they asked
interviewed him.
Bidens why they were laying on the ground.
Oh, no, this was just I think I don't know if this was planned or if it wasn't planned or whatever, but either way, this is one of the greatest
Yeah, I don't
fucking
think it
photos I've ever
matters.
seen.
I think the cameraman understood the assignment.
Yeah.
That man needs a raise.
Yeah, Ariel, he did take it full advantage of that. And we're gonna see that in just a second.
I wonder what, like, okay, just if you put the mic by his penis, what song would freaking you'd hear coming from Donald Trump's penis?
Well, you can tell by the way that I move when I walk that I'm a woman's man with no time to talk.
I mean, I could see some Bee Gees. Yeah, I could also see some.
And it's the Wyclef Jean version.
Fire.
I think "Hail to the King."
Yeah. That I would personally, I would go with AC/DC's "Big Balls."
I've got big balls. You've got big balls.
You know,
but
or
he's
Dirty
got
Deeds.
the golden.
Or Dirty Deeds. We could go with Dirty Deeds.
Dirty Deeds
That's
would
very
be
true.
good.
That'd
Dirty
be
Deeds. Done dirt cheap. Dirty Deeds. Yes, it's done dirt cheap. Sorry.
Yep, no worries.
Never happened.
And it's very cool.
Hold on. Dear God, is this AI?
It might be. I'm not sure, but it's still fucking funny.
Like it's funny because we don't know with him because this is something he would do.
I can see it. I don't know. I kind of picture him maybe doing it on Air Force One instead of actually in the White House. But I wouldn't put in the White House past him. Although it looks more like a Mar-a-Lago shot to me. Like I'd take this one
Put it
home.
as my presidential picture.
It'd be on my YouTube. Actually, no. I'm sorry. He can't do any of that because his mugshot is all of that. So
That's true. He does
that is the most savage cutback ever, dude. Like you're gonna literally arrest me. I'm gonna use that mugshot. I guarantee it.
This is what I woke up to on social media today. This right here is Trump's big black cock.
Not gonna lie, slightly aroused.
Just went up yesterday. Wow.
Definitely AI.
Think Joe Biden would do this? I don't think so. Do you think he'd think of it? Do you think he knows what it is?
You see why I think this might not be AI?
Well, the thing is when you do a close up on the picture, the coat is ruffling in the breeze.
Yeah,
The
fair enough.
coat's like fluttering. That's
Plus, this is a whole meme format, and the picture's different every time.
Yeah, it's
Isn't that
great.
great? Just went up yesterday. Wow.
It's great. This makes me fucking laugh. Life is good.
bro. And also, that truck behind him has a door that opens into a non-existent portal or some shit. That is wild. That truck doesn't exist. That thing's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, no, this is like I said, I wasn't sure because I have a hard time spotting these kinds of things. I'm not great at picking out AI unless it's super obvious, like he's got 6 fingers growing out of his nose, for example.
Yeah, Homeboy's got a pretty good suggestion. It would probably be the theme from Apprentice, Money.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
might be
that's
it
very
too.
true. They did a good job because they even added the light flare on his where his shoulder is, in like it would be bouncing off the glass and stuff. So AI did a decent job.
Think Joe Biden would do this? I don't think so. Do you think he'd think of it? Do you think he knows what it is?
Anyway, this is a Magic Mike Trump edition. He's going to dance later. We've already got the poll set up. But I want to tell you right now, if you're going to be like throwing money at a stripping president, you have to send it to Cock Squatch. $ Cock Squatch.
Yeah. Actually, I think Aaron Lord's trying to help you out here over on this side. Help Kaz get
The
through
knives
his
out
knives
face.
phase.
It's knives out, folks. I'm telling you. The dog is in danger. Save the dog.
Indeed. And thank you, Aaron Laurie. You're amazing. Appreciate you. It's just I don't know, man. If it were me, right? If I were standing there in my suit, right, in front of my airplane, and there happened to be a boom mic at an awkward angle, and somebody took a picture that made it look like my giant dick, I would play into that so hard. So hard.
Just
I
like
would
big
put it out
black
on
dick.
Truth Social. Yeah. I would put it out on Truth Social, say, and tag Iran. Just be like, you do not know who you're fucking with.
Yeah, keep fucking with me. You're gonna get the mic.
Yeah, you'll definitely get the mic. We'll let you have a full say to this.
# BBC.
Okay,
It's just-
Tootie, stop being so mean.
Oh, hey, Tootie Bug, welcome in. We've also got Mr. Beak. Mr. Beak, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Lepo says Mickey Avalon did a song called My D. I'm gonna trust you on that. How's that?
Don't
Yeah.
don't go listen to that.
No.
Your dick is normal size. My dick
I mean,
is
you know
super
what-
size.
You know what else would be? What else would be a great song? I think not a lot of people will get this reference, but Maynard's Dick by Tool.
That would be decent.
Would you like to climb a mountain 6 inches at a time called Maynard's Dick?
No.
It's funny all this because on the POS at work when they put in an order, when they put in the salmon, it comes up D/salmon for dinner salmon, but I just call it dick salmon to be a dick. And so I'll yell across the restaurant, "We got a dick salmon!" And my ultimate boss, the top boss, happens to walk in the kitchen as I yell "dick salmon," and he's like giving me looks like, "Okay."
How is it prepared? Does it have a nice white sauce? Is there a nice glaze? Do you
Blackened.
Dude, you got to take a picture of one of these salmons and then splice it into that couch with like the big, you know the couch I'm talking about. Next
put
time
it
I'm
in
black.
Coco Lovelock's place?
It's terrible. Speaking of terrible, I'm doing segues like what the fuck is wrong? I don't know.
Like a professional. Do that shit, bro.
Sure. I'm historically bad at it. It's kind of part of my brand, and now I'm trying to do them right, and it's fucking with my head a little bit. Anyway, speaking of things in people's laps that shouldn't be.
Actually, I'm going to let that statement just hang there.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
Things in people's laps that shouldn't be.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Rami Youssef.
Oh, it almost Elmo. Mr. Rami, what does salam alaikum mean?
Well, salam means peace, and it's a way to say hello in Arabic.
Oh, cool.
Come
salam
on.
Or to say you're about to blow yourself
Elmo
up.
and I are
Now, on the surface, in a different world, this is not that terrible a thing. Sesame Street is kind of always talked about like other cultures and shit like that. However, in this day and age, teaching kids Arabic greetings
That's what I'm laughing at.
is yeah. You people out there in Europe, you know what I'm talking about. England, you know what I'm talking about.
He was just
here to
he-
wish
Go ahead.
all of you a happy Arab American Heritage Month.
Yeah, happy Arab American Heritage Month.
I'm so proud of my Arab heritage, and I'm so happy to share this month with my fellow Arabs and Elmo. So thanks, Habibi.
Oh, wait a minute. What's Habibi?
This is where it
Oh,
gets
it's
bad for
an
me.
Arabic word for a special friend.
Right there. Now, I know that they this is supposed to be innocent, and there's a way to look at this where it totally is, but I will remind you that canonically Elmo is a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
Sitting on
one
the
year
rich man's
younger
lap,
than
being
that
told
guy's
he's a
wife.
special friend.
Yeah. Muslim tradition, right?
I'm just saying that's 1 year younger than his wife.
Also, I'm glad the terrorism has finally hit Sesame
Yeah,
Street. They deserve it.
Yeah, Lepo. So Habibi has a couple of different connotations depending on context and usage and whatnot. But yeah, typically it's like my dear, my friend, my whatever. But it also has a connotation that's very similar to bless your heart in the South. And again,
It's
context
very
matters.
similar to how the 7-Eleven employees call you my friend. Welcome to the store, my friend.
I just remember that when Count Dankula was doing his whole "I've converted because my country's been conquered" thing, he kept calling everyone Habibi and just using the same thing over again. He's all Habibi. I'm all like, what is that? Right? I don't know what it is.
So my issue with this isn't the word Habibi itself, right? I've been called Habibi. I know Muslims. It's
the delivery.
Whatever. It's the delivery. It's the fact that he's looking down at a canonically 5-year-old monster sitting on his lap on a television show for children where he's trying to teach them Arabic.
He's trying to teach that young man.
Deeply.
Yeah. And the fact that this guy, for some reason, I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him before. He might be some celebrity or some shit. I don't know. But he also could be just some rando they picked up off the street for all I know, too. And somehow this man manages to look like both the victim and the molester at the same time. I'm not saying he is either of those things. I'm just saying he kind of has that vibe.
This guy doesn't work at 7-Eleven. He works at 9-11.
Yeah, but that's the kind of job you can only do once. And you got to update your resume and your zip code.
A la snack bar.
Guy looks so well. That's the thing, is like he's a non-threatening Arab, right?
Yeah.
So now, and to be fair, he didn't say anything about Islam here. He's just talking about Arabic, and again, to be fair, about 10% of Arabs are not Muslim. You know, it's the language and the people are much older than that religion is. But this is it's a by degrees thing, right? It's a by degrees thing. I don't got a problem with Arabs being in the country. I don't got a problem with them being citizens. I don't got a problem with them having their own religion. What I do have a problem with is that wherever they tend to congregate as in mass, they tend to take over.
Well, that's the thing. Is I'm fine if you want to come over here and assimilate, and I'm not going to hold you practicing your religion. That's what this country was founded on. But yeah, like you said, they're openly admitting that the process of them coming over to these Western countries is to take over. Their idea is, we're going to outbreed you. We're going to come over there. We're going to have so many children. We're going to take advantage of your welfare programs, strip you of your money. And then by the time you guys freaking wise up, we're going to have conquered your ass. It's a strategy they were using a millennia ago. It's not new. And we're supposed to put a blind eye to it for this bullshit leftist let's get along to bull crap. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit there and act like this is freaking okay.
Yeah.
But if you don't, they're going to call you an ist.
Oh no.
I wear that like
Who
with
gives a
pride
fuck?
at this point.
See, that's the weird thing is I've got a buddy of mine, Mr. Joe Cool, and I love this dude. He'll play devil's advocate on anything. All right. NC Tyrant Hunter, there's some kind of shenanigans going on with your channel. I'm not sure what it is. I've unmodded you until like you drop me a link, a text or something, and be like, hey, that's me, and I'll remod you. I got no problem with you. I just don't know what's going on over there, and it's better safe than sorry kind of thing.
An alphabet Muslim. Only in America. Only in America. Is that
literally? Well, maybe in Canada too, but that's different.
Yeah, in majority Arab and Muslim countries, it's not a thing. Not out in public anyway. Not unless they want to learn how to fly. And somebody said, I think it was Cavitano said, this is Rami Malek, who was an actor I have heard of, played Freddie Mercury, I think, in that Queen biopic a while back.
Mm-hmm. That's not him.
Wait, this dude?
I didn't think this was him because this guy's like,
there's no way.
Also,
no, he has
Rami,
his eyes are more dug in. Yeah.
Well, also Rami Malek is not. I don't think. I think he speaks Farsi and Urdu or whatever. But he's Zoroastrian. He's not Muslim. Like famously Zoroastrian is one of the reasons that he doesn't live over in the Middle East anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reiterate for everybody, both in chat and on the panel, when it comes to YouTube, trust no one. Trust people to be themselves. So when you meet people or you talk to people, these are all samples in order to determine who they might be. You take all the samples over time and you put it together and decide whether you're going to trust them or not and how far exactly, right? But all of that goes out the window when somebody's channel gets hijacked by some Indian scammers or something, right? Suddenly it's him, it looks like him. I can't prove it's not him, but I do know some shenanigans has gone down in the channel. And so I don't block him. I'm not going to kick him out. I don't know who it is. It's probably him. 90% chance. Well, who else would come talk to me, right? Why'd he be here if it wasn't him? But at the same time, better safe than sorry. And like I said, I'll re-up you very next time. No problem.
Yeah. Well, and it's that's a big reason why I don't do open panels. You know, a big reason why I don't do them. Because
this has nothing to do with any of that. This has to do with he's a First Amendment auditor, and I don't know exactly what's happened, but for some reason he's lost control of one or more of his channels. I don't know which one. I don't know how. I don't know any details. It's none of my business. But you know, on good authority, him.
Yeah. Oh, but to reiterate though about the other thing about because I know there are people on your side of the chat who have questions about this every time. The reason I don't do open panels is because when I started doing YouTube, when I was working for a friend of mine's channel, she was doing open panels, and mistakes were made, and you know, porn got blasted live, got channels taken down, and all that shit. And so I was just like, no, I'm not risking it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything of the kind. So that's why.
I got no smoke for it, dude. I dig it. It's just, you know, do it.
I'm too lazy to set it up like that. You have no idea how much work I put in last minute to get this shit running. Shut up.
But does that count? Because it's last minute. Is that like? I mean, I get it. You still get an A, right? But
well, if I do it the night before, then I, you know, forget that I've done it the next day, and I go to do it again. It's a whole thing. Anyway.
God damn it.
That and if you do it too early, Rumble will only hold a stream for 24 hours before it's no longer a viable link. So I have to do it after a certain period of time in order for that to get all set up right. It's a
Go Jack in the chat.
So anyway, the last 8 minutes is the best time to do a Rumble stream.
Something like that. So
actually, you were very timely today, to be honest.
I tried to be. I had to yell at my mom to get her off the phone because she was, you know, wanting to chat, and I was like, you know, I've got to do a show here in like a minute, right?
I know, but the kittens were all playing with a ball of yarn today, and
I thought you were using a 56K connection. You needed someone to get off the line.
You know, it feels like that some days. It does. So Jack Tarlad's saying, also Freddie Mercury liked bums and willies. This is a true fact. This is why there is a phrase that is in common use among my real life circle of friends, gayer than Freddie Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, my brother
was, bossy in Zoroastrian.
My brother was running around with a full Freddie Mercury stash, and all through like his 20s and 30s, he was doing the full-on Freddie Mercury, and I'm an asshole for this. I'm not gonna lie. I was at his birthday party. I was standing around, and some asshole decided to break out the karaoke machine, and then only one drunk.
You break free.
No. Only one drunk bitch got up there to sing, and right after she set it down, I picked up the mic and was like, "All right, I'm here to introduce my brother and the birthday boy, Freddie Mercury." And immediately he unplugged it, and took it back inside. He came out having shaved. I dropped a few more little choice lines before he managed to spit his fucking chicken leg out of his mouth and comes take the damn thing. But they're not YouTube friendly, quite frankly.
Dude. All right, let's finish this creepy little segment.
Really? Well, happy Arab American Heritage Month, Habibi. We love you.
Nope, almost converted.
body
Hold
language
on.
there, where he just like
Yeah.
like snuggles up on him, and then Rami's hand is just like kind of like, oh, I'm gonna press it to me.
But not only that, when he called him Habibi, he kind of tensed up and got a sour look on his face. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Arab American Heritage Month, Habibi.
Micro expressions tell the tale. I don't give a damn what they're saying out loud.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, I shouldn't have told him that.
This infidel puppet.
Exactly.
Like,
Even looks like a small gin.
My forefathers. Yeah. Also, I would like to point out here too that Elmo is in fact a puppet, which means that there's some guy down near Rami's crotch with his hand up.
Yeah. Breathing ball air. That's right.
Especially when he brings him closer.
It'll be nah.
Endless series of nut checks.
Sesame Street ain't been right since Mr. Hooper died, man. And for those of you who don't know who Mr. Hooper was, you're too goddamn young.
I have a alternate history concept I've been pitching around in my head, trying to figure out what the difference would be. What if in 1986, instead of the teacher, it had been Big Bird? And the question came up of who would you get to play Big Bird in orbit? I mean, only qualified astronauts are allowed to go. And I was like, are you telling me that there's not somebody over there who's fully qualified? And you pop up going, all right, we got an extra slot for the next flight. Who wants to be Big Bird? That it wouldn't literally be 156 candidates going, you know, here's the contention. You can never admit it was you. You will receive the Medal of Honor. You'll receive all of the necessary dues. You'll be a fully accredited astronaut, but you'll never be able to say what flight it was you got your wings on, right? But then they'd all know because you'd be in the death manifest. But Big Bird there were two plans. One plan was to send up the teacher to try to gain some grassroots support going on for NASA. The other plan was for Big Bird to go to space. And after patching it back and forth a little bit, it was decided, let's go with the teacher. And they did a national competition thing for the best teacher to put in space. And naturally, it turned out to be a middle-aged white woman with a bunch of cats.
It's always a middle-aged white woman with a bunch of cats.
But it could have been Big Bird. And I want to know, in your opinion, what would be the difference in NASA culture? It wasn't a middle school teacher. It was Big Bird. They had to have a funeral. The president may have spoken at Big Bird's funeral. Think about that shit, dude.
I'm curious how they would keep the illusion going that was Big Bird and not an actor in a Big Bird suit. Like, how do they, you know, is this where kids find out Santa Claus isn't real, kind of thing?
Well, first of all,
what if it
how
was
many
Big Bird who came to power in Germany in 1933?
No. How many children are out there double checking Big Bird and a particular astronaut that wasn't on the roster against each other? In fact, on every single memorial built ever in history, it would list both the man's name as an astronaut and Big Bird as an extra passenger. It's too soon, dude. Too soon.
I mean, it's only been 40 years.
Yeah.
You weren't there. You don't know.
You know, I've said that to young people about stuff.
Right. Well, I mean, I literally, I was sitting there. I was in like second grade, I think, third grade, second. No, it was first grade. I was in first grade, and they rolled in a TV on one of them rolling things, and we're like, "Fuck yeah, movie day!" Right? And instead, we didn't go get breakfast. Instead, they brought breakfast into the classroom, and we turned everything, and we did a bunch of work and got it squared off, and they turned it on, and it was 20 minutes of just sitting there staring at sky and shit, and we're all like, what the hell's going on? I don't know what the fuck's going on. Let's take the spaceship, right? Yeah, space shuttle's going. There's a teacher on there, right? Yeah, that whole thing. And I'll never forget it. I went, that's not good. And the assistant teacher and the teacher looked at each other and walked out of the room and left us in there with 25 minutes of the news going back over what had just taken place. We thought there was a fucking invasion. They blowed up 47 of these damn things so far.
Nice.
We couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. I mean, it was a first grade. I had no idea. And then they come back in, they turn it off, and they put on, and then I'll never forget this shit because this was more traumatic than the goddamn shuttle blowing up. Fucking Old Yeller. So naturally, there's like 30 ballin' ass kids in this one room.
Yeah, that was a rough moment.
Followed by Where the Red Fern Grows.
I think I was in kindergarten at the time when that happened. Yeah, that would have been like 86. I would have been 5 or 6 years old at the time.
That's fucking rough, man.
Yeah, no, see, that's the thing is like apparently every other teacher on earth turned off the TV before they left. Right? Mine was, she was already schizophrenic and oh God, I had the worst first grade teachers. Miss Harris. She was like 900,000 years old. She helped invent dirt. She looked like fucking Yoda except black.
Jesus.
But then the teacher's assistant was this 19-year-old with like the Coke bottle glasses and the pigtails that were like plaited down super hard, and it was a very strange juxtaposition. Super liberal, bisexual hipster chick and an ancient black woman that looked like the chick off of The Stand. Miss Abigail.
Someone put on a movie Who Checked That Watership Down.
Right? Dude, hey, it's funny you mentioned that because Watership Down was on our watch list up until I was in like the 3rd grade and it was decided it was too dark.
Look, I'm telling you, man, the movies that we watched when in the 80s as kids, they did something to us. We're
you ever seen Where the Red Fern Grows?
Yes.
I mean, come on, man.
You know, I mean,
what was the other one?
Neverending Story is up there.
Sure. Fucking dude, Return to Oz. Return to Oz, bro.
Straight up horror movie,
that
dude.
Was fucked up.
That's fucking. Dude, to this day, I get the heebie-jeebies in the word when I hear the beginning of that.
When the fucking wheelies show up, or that bit where she's running down the hallway with all the heads.
Dude, just pick your goddamn fucking scene. It doesn't matter which one you pick. They're all horrifying. There is nothing good about that movie except the primary actress.
Yeah, the wheelies creep me out.
That was a crazy guess.
I was more freaked out by
acid trip, but I was too young to know what an acid trip was.
Right. The part that creeped me out was the steam, the key powered, the wind up friend.
TikTok.
That's right. Yeah, that dude who is basically boilerplate from the old I can't remember Infinite Soldier program or whatever it was called. Mm-hmm. Y'all familiar with boilerplate?
Yep.
Yeah, but y'all would still give it to Ozma. I'm just saying.
Not boilerplate, I wouldn't. Hell no. Boilerplate's badass.
The witch chick.
Yeah.
Especially because she can put different heads on. Why not?
Okay, so another one that's not from that time period. I think it's from like 2009, 2010 area, if I remember right. The Tin Man series. Do you ever watch that?
Oh, the one that was on Sci-Fi?
Yeah, the one where the dude had a zipper on his head.
Yeah. I saw that.
All right. So it's, in its way, it is woke trash, right? But at the same time, there are really based subplots in there that are killer. So like the watching the show kind of sucks sitting around watching it, right? Because it's not great. But the actual premise and plot and the way the dialogue works together, it's not the script's fault that it was bad. I blame the actors. They went for names instead of talent.
Yeah, it happens. It does. Also, the Sci-Fi Channel was putting out a lot of high concept, low budget shit.
Right.
at the time. So
That was a high budget, high concept thing, and it didn't work.
yeah,
And the only reason it didn't work, which admittedly, the end of the seasons were better than the beginnings. The beginnings were really sketchy because the lore wasn't established, and you knew it was like Frank Baum, but it's not your normal Frank Baum, you know.
yeah. Real quick, Alpha said, "Never-ending story, horse death traumatized a generation." So I have a fun
The
take on that.
nothing.
So I'm not as concerned about Artax, although, yes, for little kids, that was absolutely the worst part. And for adults who were, convinced that animal life is more precious than human life, absolutely, sure. Which it seems to be most of the fucking millennials and Zoomers. The part that gets me, having rewatched it as an adult several times, right? And you think, hey, why are you watching a kids movie? Because it's a meditation on death and the grieving process, and it gets fucking mental towards the end. Like, I'm not even talking about Artax. The bit where the rock biter is sitting there and he's just looking at his hands. They look like big, strong hands.
2 hands.
It is the most heart-wrenching shit. And I'm like, I'm an adult and I fucking relate to this now, and that's awful.
It's like, I'm not crying. I got something in my eye.
Yeah. It's holy shit. And the whole nothing, the death of imagination and the death of childhood. And, that movie is packed with so much fucking metaphor.
Yeah, no, just the depiction. The most terrifying part to me was not so much the nothing, because that's sort of an unfathomable void of emptiness, but was the speaker of the nothing. That was like the void fox or whatever it was. That thing.
Yeah, it was like a fucked up wolf, wasn't it?
Dude, I don't know. It could have been a marmot for all I know. You never get a good straight look at it. It just appears to have vulpine teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking movie. Man, there's so much about that, like about not having faith in yourself and trying to get past the big titty bitches with the laser eyes.
Well, but the big titty bitches is what it was really all about in the first place. Let's be honest.
Hell yeah!
So in the movie store, the big titty bitches was one of the parts that we had problems keeping on the tape. We had to reorder because that part would get paused a lot. And the other point, and this always disturbed me, is the scene where the empress, the childlike empress. Remember, she's childlike, not a child. Where she does that little run across the room. I have no fucking clue why, but that was another place the tape would get damaged. It just struck me as sketchy out of the rip.
Yeah.
Wasn't the actress like 11 or something at the time?
Something
like that. Yeah.
But the actual premise of the situation, she was not a child empress. She's
not exactly human either.
Empress.
She's eternal.
No, she's not.
Sure.
Childlike.
My name.
What? Say my name, bitch.
Oh man, and you know what? There are a couple things about that movie that I really, really like the fact that after the death of Artax, sure, in the immediacy, traumatizing, whatever. That swamp represents depression, right? And at the end of that swamp, when he finds the turtle, the wisest and oldest being in all of Fantasia, he finds apathy.
Yeah,
abject, pure apathy.
Yeah.
Only just now realized I can do most of the voices in that movie.
Yeah.
Like I've never thought about it before, but every time you mention a scene in my head, I go,
You can hear it.
These two strong hands.
Yeah. It's God, that the movie's like way better. Like, I saw it as a kid. It was awesome. And then I got to my teenage years and I was just like, oh, that movie's for kids. Blah, 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 blah. And I got a little older and I was like, I'll watch it again. It's kind of campy fun. Now I'm an adult with children of my own. One of whom is old enough to start to have her own children. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this movie.
Right? Okay, so I'm going to ruin the vibe by bringing up that movie had a sequel.
No, I know. It's not good.
Awful.
A sequel with Jack Black, no less.
With that
wait, he is in that movie, isn't he?
Yes.
Mhm.
He's the school bully.
Oh, that's right. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shit, it was doomed from the get-go. I
There
didn't
you
know
go.
that.
Just made it even worse.
It had the kid from what was his name? That one young actor who
Bastion.
died. No, but he played the kid who played him in the second one was he was on Sequest. He was in
Oh yeah,
Ladybug.
You're talking
Yeah.
about he's dead.
Yeah, he tried to blow the whistle on all the shit that was happening in Hollywood, and then just
can't
happens to
remember his
die.
name.
It's kinda-
What, he's dead?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he died years ago, man.
It was one of those completely non-mysterious deaths with no autopsy and no investigation.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell.
What the fuck is his name? It's J something. It begins with a J.
Jonathan Brandis.
That's it. Right
That's
there.
it. Yes. That's it.
I didn't get that one, but someone in chat did.
Yeah. No, appreciate it. Because like I couldn't remember his name. Guy's been dead for a long time. He died, I think, just before River Phoenix did.
Oh, wow. So we're talking ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was still a like early teens, early 20s, late teens.
Okay, so alternate history. Joaquin Phoenix instead of River dies in front of that theater.
Joker would have been better.
I think we get a whole different version
I
of
would
the
say
Young
no
Indiana
one-
Jones Chronicles.
would say no one would
Goddamn
notice.
right we do. That would have been fucking killer, dude.
I don't mind
Oh.
Sean Patrick Flannery. He was good in those, but if fucking River Phoenix had been alive for that,
Oh God, I hadn't even thought about it, but you're right.
because he played Young Indy in
Flawlessly.
in the Last Crusade.
Last
Yeah.
Crusade. What's up, Crack Baby? Go, welcome in, brother. But no, I don't. No, I'm not saying that he got the same roles that his brother did. I'm saying he picked up roles more suited to River Phoenix, which means Cuffs would have had River Phoenix. Gleaming the Cube would have had River Phoenix. Fucking,
Can you imagine 8mm with River Phoenix?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. God damn it, the John Travolta movie with him and the dude from Cuffs. I can't remember his name. That would have had River Phoenix in it. That would have been a much better movie. The Broken Arrow.
Oh,
He would have probably warned his friend Johnny Depp about Mrs. Shit in the bed.
Exactly. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that change and a whole bunch that don't, but because he would almost certainly have been on Epstein's list, is all I'm saying.
as a guest or a feature?
Hey, take your pick, bro. Depends on what you're talking about. Ask Macaulay Culkin. How about that?
Joaquin should never have been a joke. I agree, but I agree partially because that movie shouldn't have happened at all. Joaquin notwithstanding.
I liked the film, but it was an odd choice.
Well, it's
Everything
a
about it was
rehash.
an odd choice.
It's a rehash of old fucking De Niro movies.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The guy that did that film didn't want to do a Joker film. He wanted to do a new Taxi Driver concept. That's what he was doing, was like a rehashed modern Taxi Driver. And it turned into the Joker because that's what he could get money for. And so he filmed the film. He wanted the film using the characters they handed him. And I don't hate him for it. I
kind of hate him for the fact that he stole his toll.
Christian Slater. That's that cracker's name. Thank you.
Yeah. I like Christian
That's what
Slater.
I think that's what AI is going to be for me, is to take actors that died early and put them in the roles I think they should have been in. So like about half of Christian Slater's casting would probably have gone to River Phoenix, I think.
Even Archer?
Not necessarily. What I'm saying is there are two sides.
Use of it.
There's two sides to Christian Slater. He's got the lackadaisical, slapstick, non-serious, never taking any, and then the other side is like the cop's assistant, the reliable kid, that dude. I think River Phoenix would have taken all of the straight roles from Christian Slater and probably half a dozen other actors when you start boiling down the premise behind it, and Christian Slater would have gone less of a Heathers route. I think that might have been a River Phoenix production at that point. Because if you look at Heathers, It's a very serious movie. It's not filmed in a serious way, but it deals with some very serious concepts.
Well, the question you would have to ask is, which one of the superheroes would he play in the Marvel universe?
Black Panther. Black Panther. He'd take that role right out of Ryan Gosling's hands.
Yes. He sees Wakanda.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
I'm trying to imagine River Phoenix as an adult, first of all, in some of these roles with Christian Slater in it, and like the first thing that comes to my mind, and I don't know why, because I think Christian Slater killed it in this movie, was True Romance.
Exactly. But that's a serious role, and it's not exactly, and he did kill it for Christian Slater. But River Phoenix in that role would have actually fit perfectly, and it wouldn't have been a stretch for the talent involved.
Yeah.
That's why you see him very easily in that role. It's because at the time, they were doing the two, like, 80s, 90s kids. One's like the skateboarder punk, hacker / sneaks out at night and smokes dope under the overpass with the homeless guys, friends with everybody in the neighborhood. River Phoenix at the time was doing like the erudite freshman who is hanging with the bad crowd. He was the good guy in every situation he stumbled across. He was always just misunderstood, and it was slightly different from the Christian Slater motif, but very similar in flavor, if you get my drift.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get you. It's the hair. I think it's the hair.
When even their acting styles, they're different, but honest to God, I feel like when River Phoenix died, that is the open gate that Christian Slater had to fill all of the roles that were were brain bound for like the River Phoenix type, because there wasn't a River Phoenix type in Hollywood at that point.
He's all like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is mine now. Ha ha.
But only River Phoenix would have done a fucking no. He
That's right. Christian Slater was Will Scarlet in that, wasn't he?
Real Scarlet. Yeah. What's that?
I forgot he was in that movie.
Finish what you started, brother.
Right. And River Phoenix would have had an English accent.
Right. Right. Well, there. I mean, Kevin Costner wasn't doing one, so watch Christian Slater.
Yeah.
So, only person who had an accent in there was freaking what's his name? God.
Samuel Jack. Not so. No, the other guy. Fucking. But he's English, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it's not.
That's not. Wait, which one? I'm gonna cut your art out with a spoon. What's that dude's name? Fuck.
No, Alan Rickman. Yeah, he's English. I'm talking about the one who plays God all the time. What's his name?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, he plays the Muslim. Yeah, Aziz. Yeah, his bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
He had his accent.
A lot of people. His
platonic
Michael Wincott was in that movie too, but he was great.
His platonic life partner.
Hetero life partner. Yeah.
Hetero life partner. Yeah.
There's a thought exercise. This is what you should do with your AI. This is what you should do with your AI. Instead of like plugging in somebody who would be objectively great in these roles, plug somebody who maybe wouldn't be, like Jason Mewes.
No. I'm gonna make every single role in every single film will be played by Nicolas Cage.
Yes. Absolutely.
That is the reason for AI. Once that body of work has been filled, God himself will return and push the end on the simulation. This is the purpose of everything.
Blue Lagoon, if all the roles were played by Nicolas Cage.
Speaking of Joker,
was you throwing the coconuts at him?
I mean, R.I.P. Jim Varney. That man was a comedic genius.
It's funny because
you know
he's so well known. he's so well known for Ernest, and that became such a big part of his career. But he was a classically trained actor. Like,
Right, no.
they've shown stuff of him doing freaking Shakespeare, and he's decent. You know, he's really
When
good.
I was in high school, I took a class that was like a whole bunch of different modules, and one of the modules that was in the class was acting as a broadly brushed general overview, and they brought in different actors to come talk to us and stuff. And this one guy came in and he did this whole spiel about typecasting traps, right? He's like, it's not always a bad thing. Take Jim Varney. He gets typecast as this Ernest, but most people don't realize that he was a classically trained, he went through all of the stuff, and this man bent his whole career on being an actor and ended up landing the Jim Varney role, or rather the Ernest role, and doing all that stuff. And very successfully, I might add. So that's not a black mark against him. It was just that reportedly Varney would much rather have been a more eclectic actor, right?
Well, he played really well in the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, even before that, before you had Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Saves Christmas and everything that came after that, right? The first movie that character was featured in was a movie called Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloombeam, where he also played the villain, who was a evil mad scientist who had a hand growing out to the top of his head for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Ernest, the character actually started off as a commercial gimmick. He did commercials for like a paint company and stuff like that, and it was just so popular, this dolty guy spilling paint on himself type idea and hurting himself, that they put him in other commercials, and next thing you know, the character got so popular, that's when he got movies and shows and stuff based around a character that was essentially there to sell like paint.
So I heard somebody compare Mr. Bean to Ernest, so to saying that Ernest was the American Mr. Bean, and I'm like, I don't know, not really, kinda,
maybe.
You know that dopey luck that Mr. Bean walks around with. Yeah.
The original like 4 Ernest movies were really good. Camp, Scared Stupid, Christmas, I think even
Ernest
Break
Goes to
the
Jail.
Jail one. Yeah, Ernest Goes to Jail. But then they started getting a little weird. Ernest Goes to Africa and stuff. Just like, what the hell?
Ernest Goes to School.
Right.
Yeah.
One I always thought would have been hilarious is if Jim Carrey had reprised the Ernest series.
I think that would probably I would have to burn it down on grounds of blasphemy.
Yeah, there's certain people that just make a role and you just can't see anyone ever touching it.
That'd be like putting Jim Varney in the Fire Marshal Bill role.
But if they did like a documentary or they did some sort of movie based off of that, then I could see him playing it, you know.
Or like,
dude, he did Andy Kaufman amazing. Like, it was unbelievable.
He did great with Andy Kaufman.
Or rather, completely believable. Wasn't Andy Kaufman one of the people on the list of the Nameless Comic?
Might have been. I don't know.
It was Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Jim. Is it Jim or James Belushi? The tall one. A couple others. I think Kaufman was on that
Jim
list.
and James Belushi are the same man. You're thinking John Belushi.
Jim, my bad. Fuck, you're right. Yeah. No. Oh, fucking shit, dude. Ow, my brain hurts now.
John's the dead one.
Barely.
He was also surprisingly spry and fit and athletic for such a tubby dude.
Oh yeah, he was
flat-footed backflips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like Chris Farley in that kind
He
of
was
manner.
actually athletic for fit people.
Yeah, Chris Farley was actually really athletic for such a big guy, which is what made him so good at his humor.
Not for such a big guy, but for perfectly ordinary people. I mean, Chris Farley could do cartwheels, handsprings, all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah. The fact that he was 280 pounds didn't seem to have a bearing on any of that. So even for fit people, but I mean, cocaine.
Yeah. Also, a very funny man gone too soon, man. It's It is what it is, though. I mean, you're talking like this is like Freddie Prinze Jr. on repeat, or Freddie Prinze, not Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze. Freddie Prinze Jr. actually consigned himself to a living hell. So, my apologies, dude. Life sucks. I won't mention your name again in a derogatory manner because I think you've been through enough.
What, by marrying Buffy?
You heard me.
By being a douche.
Also,
Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison is one of my huge inspirations when it comes to the way I do my comedy. I learned Sam Kinison was very nearly a Southern Baptist preacher, and he turned the corner at the freaking, or maybe a Methodist preacher, but he turned the corner at the pulpit and became a comedian instead. Hugely successful on that bent, right? But I can't help but think that he would have been just as successful as a minister. One of these big churches, yes, ma'am. And I frame part of my Sasquatch personality setup and delivery based off of early Sam Kinison, not the stuff that you're most familiar with that came in the middle of his career, but when he was developing that from the Southern Baptist pulpit into the absolute unit that he became later, there was a transition that he went through where he sort of weaponized humor in a way to make the audience part of the show. And the way he did that was he preferred to have a heckler, somebody who would speak up and make themselves part of the show, and then he would weaponize the humor against them. And it's some of the most genius comebacks in heckler handling I've ever seen in my life.
And he will rise again. Oh.
Yeah. A lot of great dead ones.
Yep. Makes you want to start taking shots. Quit it, bro. I had to bury a friend last week.
Well, and quite a few of them were in the 27 Club.
Yes, sir.
Which is not nearly as cool as the Mile High Club. Just saying.
Fletch says he was an evangelist. He pulled a revolver on the audience.
And you become part of the 27 Club as you're in the mile.
I'm just curious if you're going to finish before you hit the bottom.
Right.
Because if you start at the Mile High Club and don't finish in the mile, does that count?
Well, I mean, that's how Eagles do it, right? It's all or nothing. They don't finish; they hit bottom.
Yep. You pull away. Oops.
It's like, which kind of calls into question their do they really deserve to be on the endangered species list? Did we really kill that many of them, or are they just like
they learned to soak?
Yeah. They're just not finishing before they die.
Going for the second one.
Yeah. Just saying, because what they'll do, folks, for those of you who don't watch, Wild America or the Discovery Channel or any of that shit, or, care about this in any way whatsoever, they lock claws, right? Like they're attacking each other, and then they start falling, and they start fucking, and they plummet like two stones wrapped in a lover's embrace. And frankly, if he doesn't do the deed, if he doesn't fertilize them internal eggs before impact, they both die, and so do any future generations. Because he ain't letting go till he's done.
It's kind of like frogs, but different.
Yeah,
kind of like how
there's
Jeremy
another one.
Takes his victims. He won't let go till he finishes.
I mean. You'd know.
Wow.
What?
I didn't know, bro. Thanks
bro.
for the warning.
Right.
I haven't talked to any other survivors. Like, have you met them?
We have a little club.
Yeah, there was a whole room. I have more than one tentacle.
My name is Devil. I've only been here 2 times.
And I'm a survivor.
Sam's funeral parlor, but fortunately was too real. I think I'm misplacing the context on that. Oh, yeah. The Sam Kinison. We're talking about Sam Kinison. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because I see Sam. I think me because everybody in chat calls me Sam. So
Right.
it's fine. I was like,
I was
what
wondering
the
if I'd
fuck
missed a
parlay?
bit or something.
Right? So anywho, what do we have here that we just skipped right past because we were doing the whole thing?
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to read this for you, but
right. So
it says, should I do this as a dramatic reading?
Please do.
Join our polycule. Greg has had his mind poisoned by big monogamy and added to commit. Fuck, hold on. And decided to commit to one person for life. Boo. So we are looking for someone to take his place. You must be able to cook a very good meatloaf, even better than Greg's. A generous lover. Greg was very selfish, was a very selfish lover.
They're very bitter about Greg.
We are all glad he's gone and loyal. We can offer shared bed in a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom in No Valley for $1,500 a month. The love of 6 whimsical people, health care, and other benefits. We're all on Douglas's plan.
Douglas is the youngest, by the way.
I bet you he is. They misspelled the cum in .com.
So this is a real thing. It's really up on tinyurl.com. That is a real link, which I have pulled up so that we could go over some of the particulars of this insanity. But yeah, apparently there's a group of people in San Francisco.
I'm not clicking that shit, bro. No.
All the time. It's fine. I've already got it. I've already got it over here. We're gonna pull it up from this side because it is just text. So, but I'm gonna go over this with you guys because I think some of the bylaws they got in here are so fucking messed up. All right, so we've got join our polycule. Welcome and thank you for your interest in joining our polycule. We are very open here and wanted to share a bit about ourselves before we learn a bit about you. Like this is a whole application process, man. Like they go through like all kinds of like wild shit. And there's a written test at the end of this, an application, and a whole process. For the first time in 3 years, we're opening up our polycule to a new member. We recently went through a breakup with an ex-member, and after taking some time to heal, we are ready to find his replacement. That would be Greg. They're very bitter about Greg. We wish him the best and remain on cordial terms. Not according to that flyer, you didn't. All right, bit about us. Fun-loving, diverse, ragtag bunch of lover people. We love long walks on the beach in a line or 3-4 formation. Specifically, trying new restaurants. We share dishes, family style, of course, and watching romantic comedies chosen by majority vote while cuddled up on our XL couch. We call ourselves the Norman Polycule, named after our leader, Norman. The president position is rotated every 6 to 7 years. Yeah, there's 6 of us, but we believe 7 is the lucky number, which is why they want to drag somebody else to this. Must live on site. Rent is $1,570 a month, including utilities. In a house with 6 other people. That's your rent.
That's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathhouse. So you're talking there's some folks on couches and futons.
I'm not against if it was all
no, they're not. They share beds and they rotate who's in which bed.
I know, but when you have 7, don't ask me how I know this. You have 7 people sharing 4 girls. It's not always an even number of beds available.
Yeah. So let's see.
There's futons, promise.
I mean, there probably are futons, but I imagine they're more for fun than rest. Must commit exclusively to our polycule. Absolutely no sneaky links. That means you get to fuck all 6 of these people whenever they want you to at any time, right? And there's no boundaries there. You just like everybody's fucking everybody else. But by God, you better not step outside of this group of fucking people. Any gender welcome must be sexually open to all our members. Like currently with just the 6 of them, there are 3 men and 3 women. So I mean, I hope you like getting fucked up the ass. Just saying, because that's gonna happen.
Maybe they're looking for a general dom.
They maybe 5'5" to 5'10" preferred for practical positioning reasons.
Well, I'm out.
Yes, me too. I'm way over that. Prior
I don't wanna be
polycule
in.
experience
Good luck,
is not
devil.
required,
Yeah.
but some experience handling multiple lovers is preferred. Simultaneous long-term partners, 10+ threesomes, or 5+ orgies, etc. So, like, we want you to come in and join our group where we're all going to be screwing each other all the time. And by the way, please have increased your risk of STDs beforehand.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
No. I mean, if you've ever gotten involved in the pineapple people, you get it.
Yeah. So I'm aware of the pineapple people. I have been adjacent to the pineapple people. I am not one of the pineapple people, though.
I don't use pineapples.
Yeah. Our members, in no hierarchical order: Melissa, 24, artist and lover, the spiritual leader of the group, runs tantric meditation sessions for us. For those who don't know, tantra is
So where do I sign?
sex, essentially. They call
Tantrism
it
is
it's
long-term sex, not just like bang bang leave.
spiritualism, but it's sex with extra steps.
I call it edging.
Yeah. So does Pornhub.
Sting loves it.
We've got Douglas, 25, ex-Morgan Stanley, who did some inner healing, now a consultant. And I apologize, he's not the youngest. But Douglas is who they're all on his insurance plan somehow. California is a weird place, man. Norman, 31, current president, the strong but silent type, 9 fingers. Like that. That was an important detail to put in there, apparently.
So you can recognize him.
Yeah. Deborah, 65. She helps us mature, and we keep her young. The mom of the polycule.
She could show you some stuff. Like
I'm sure she could. I'm not calling somebody I'm expected to fuck on a regular basis mom. That's not happening. The mom of the polycule, that is fucking creepy.
Isn't that?
I don't even let
creepy
my
that
side chick call me daddy.
The 65 lady is preferable because the other choices are dudes.
So far. Well, there's Melissa, and then there's Mackenzie, 25. Funky.
Hold
I
on.
live out in front of this building, let alone
Hold
inside
on.
of it.
I just had a thought. Half of the chicks that are listed are probably dudes too. If you think about it.
True.
It's possible. It's California, so yeah.
In that case, all of the chicks listed.
It's all dicks all the time, baby. Anyway, Mackenzie is 25. She is a spunky blonde software engineer. Bring her to the beach and see what happens. Winky face emoji. And then we have
Sand and the Vaseline.
Yeah. Zaid, 22. Or Zaid. I don't know. That could be like a trans thing where he just has like a weird name. But otherwise, it's Zaid, which is a Middle Eastern name. The baby of the polycule and the least favorite. Haha, just kidding. That's one of our inside jokes, which you'll get to know if you end up joining our polycule. Smiley face emoji. Now, what's funny about that to me is that this appears on the surface to be making fun. I think that Zaid is being punished.
No, he's the youngest and most recent. He's the youngest and most recent that joined. So when you join, you'll be the least favorite, and he can move up in the status.
Yeah,
trust me.
Yeah.
And don't ask me how I know.
I'd rather eat a bullet.
Our home, the top floor of a beautiful Victorian house in Noah Valley, rent controlled. It's just the top floor. It's just the top floor of a rent controlled house, and you are expected to bring over $1,500 to the table each month.
So if there's 6 of them,
hold on,
7 including you. 7 including you.
And it's just the top of the bill. Fuck that.
Aaron misspelled harem.
Yeah. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. You will share a bed with one of our lovely members. As the newest member, you can select which member to share with first. We rotate on a monthly basis to avoid any jealousy or playing favorites. So basically, it's like you pick your
The
poison.
Zaid
right
is the
off bat.
least favorite.
But after that, you don't get a choice as to which one. It's going to be rotated on a pre-programmed schedule. So, and a rigid one apparently. For free spirits, they're real into the whole nope, you will abide by these rules. Same thing happened in Chaz. Parking. We share one car, comfortable 7-seater. We love going on road trips. I can't imagine going on road trips with 7 fucking people I live with. Right? I can't. I mean, I did it with my family, with my kids and my wife, right? And I'll be honest with you, we were all sick of each other by the end of those.
Hold on. There is a huge difference here. Anytime you start getting frustrated, you get your knob slobbed.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who's blowing who? Freaking.
Yeah,
I bet
the downside is anytime you start bitching, you have to slob a knob to shut you up.
All right, so $20 is $20, and it doesn't matter in a bus station bathroom at 2 a.m.
All right, now we get to the fun part. Our rules. No playing favorites. Each member must spend, to the best of one's ability and knowledge, equal time with each other member. So you don't get to be straight at all. Not that anything about this is straight, but yeah, if you don't want to fuck a dude, tough. No dating outside the polycule. Sans, for this period of dating, lucky you, we operate as a closed polycule, and commitment and faithfulness are very important to us. The only exception is when on holiday at Burning Man, but at least 3 members must be present when engaging with another individual or polycule.
These people really like government, don't they?
I think they do. I think they fucking do. Yeah. Playtime. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Other special events will be posted in the community board with at least 3 weeks' notice. This means dinner at 6 p.m. and cleanup at 6:45 p.m. and 9:15 p.m.
Lepo, this definitely smells.
Yeah.
I bet it smells really bad in that place.
Yeah. As people grow and change over the years, we acknowledge that our boundaries may as well. We assess and revise our constitution on a bi-yearly basis. Drugs must be shared.
I bet there's a guy on the couch that's not involved. I'm not with those guys.
Right? It's like the what was it? Was it How High, or was it I can't remember. What was it? Well, Jim Burns played the guy on the couch they all thought was dead.
Yeah, well, no, dude. There's a couple of those. There's How. Wait, was it How High? I don't think it was How High. It was the one where Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
That one.
Yeah.
Half baked. There's the guy on the couch, has 0 lines through the entire movie until it becomes critical, and he sits up and he's like, "Oh, they left."
Yeah. And finally, we have multiple infractions of rules may result in reasonable corporal discipline, voted on and forewarned 3 to 4 days in advance of punishment. I'm kind of wondering if that's what happened in Norman's 9th or 10th finger.
Oh no. Well, I was thinking that it might be a spanking, and if that's the case, don't worry, boys, I got this.
Hey, they seem pretty rigid, man. It's probably more than a spanking.
You have to clean the bathroom. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, with your tongue.
All right, so I'm not going to make the Wendy's bathroom reference I was going to make since you brought up the tongue.
Family planning.
Done. And then move to the next section.
We would like to have 3 to 4 kids. We are considering
No.
agreed with Norman or Zaid, and or Mackenzie with Douglas, as we believe these would be the genetically optimal combinations. This would likely take place in the next 1 to 2 years. As you would be a newer addition to the polycule, we would need you to get to know you for 2 to 4 years, depending on good behavior, before considering adding you to the gene pool.
Oh my god. This is creepy, man.
Language like this.
This is so creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are for eugenics, obviously. Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And regimented lifestyle. Clockwork, one might say. The application. First, there will be a written section linked at the end. After the initial screening, we will invite some of you to advance to a trial by jury. The last step is a 2-week live-in trial period where we will test if it is a good fit. Please note there will be physical compatibility tests at this stage unless you have religious or moral exemptions.
So you
First
have
of all,
to
if you have
blow us
religious
all.
or moral exemptions, you're not going to be involved in any of this shit. Because this is sinful by a number of different religions.
Hold on, children. Let's really game this out for a second, because I think there's a layer some of us missed. If they're doing physical tests, they're going to be doing multiple people to see if things fit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the acceptance thing. And so this is not, I don't think this has anything to do with finding an apartment or joining a polycule. This is just so they can keep fresh meat rolling through the clan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come in for 2-week thing and blow us all.
I think Greg found out about the Thetans and they kicked him out.
Could you imagine being the poor schmuck that lives in the middle part of that fucking Victorian, the floor below them? Oh, hell no. Yeah,
that would be bad.
It's okay. It smells like great coffee, bad music, and desperation.
And a lot of cum.
Yeah, no, the guy downstairs thinks he's haunted because ectoplasm keeps dripping down the walls.
Not ectoplasm, buddy. All right, so we've got the physical compatibility tests. What they're euphemistically referring to as physical compatibility tests. They're all going to fuck you, all of them.
That's what I was talking about. They're not going to choose a person. They're just going to keep rolling motherfuckers through the 2-week phase.
Right. This is where you'll get to know each member's quote unquote special move. Winky face emoji. So like the swirl.
So can we set fire to this place yet? I'm just
I mean, it's California, so give it a month.
No, yes, it has. It has had fire set to it. So
I'm ready to grab a pitchfork. I'm just saying.
Right. Final decisions will be made and shared within 3 to 4 weeks of your live-in trial period. Applications are accepted on a rolling basis. I think you're correct, Sasquatch.
You see, I think these might be immune to nukes, though. You know, maybe hellfire.
Oh, let's see.
I can help.
Oh, look, there's a hostage video. I don't think this was on here last time. This is an update, a very recent one. It says, hi, all, adding a little addendum based on some of the concerns we've seen on Twitter about Zaid's place in our polycule. Zaid is really happy and he wanted to tell you about it in his own words. That is a hostage video.
I am okay.
Like they're doing shadow on his fucking face and everything here. I don't know if this will play. We're going to try and play it.
Where I am.
Hi, guys. This is Zaid. I just want to make this quick video to say that I'm okay and I really love my polycule, and thank you guys for the concern, but I really like my polycule.
It does look like a hostage video.
Bye.
Yeah. That man is terrified for his life.
What's going on with the hand puppetry?
He is in California, so I mean,
I think
there's
they're
that
threatening him. Yeah,
don't make the bunny eat you.
You know what they're probably doing? They're all flaunting the fact that they got 10 fingers and Norman doesn't.
We don't want to be the next Norman.
One-fingered Zaid. Oh, that is some dark shit, man. It does. He kept looking off to the side like he was, did I say it right? Did I get it right?
Yeah, did they get this off the dark web or something?
No, this is just Twitter.
Let's see.
Jesus.
I think it looks off to the
Look
side.
Look at that face.
What do I say next, guys?
Boy.
That looks like the face of a man who's seen and done too much. All right, and then they get down to I think there's the written exam is like way the fuck down here. We're not going to go through all that shit. Y'all are welcome for walking down that little lane of horror.
Get
with
help.
Me.
He was blinking in Morse code.
These, by the way, these are the people who want to break down these are the people who want to break down the nuclear family. Just putting that out there.
I want to
This
have
is
somebody
the kind of
go
people
to-
who are behind that. Them and their hostages, like poor Zaid. I feel real bad for that guy.
Hold on, I just gotta go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just got a message. It's an audio file from Zaid. He said,
I want to see somebody show up at one of those trial by jury or whatever things dressed as Trump, like full on doing the voice, everything.
dude, there's 7 people in that house. There's at least one who's stolen a gun. That wouldn't go well.
Well, see, Lepo, if you have women only join you in a large house, right? Then you're Keith Rainier.
Okay,
So
I would like the idea of 6 women all wanting to feed for your manhood in a fucking house sounds really good. But the second I said that, I was all like, wait, 6 women trapped in a house with you, you're a goner. Because there's no way you're surviving the first time all of them sync up. It's over.
Before
they're
I
never
got
going to find your
married,
body.
why do you think Islam is so rigid with its rules for women, right? Because if they
before I
weren't,
got married,
they wouldn't marry more than one of them.
a bunch of my friends got married, and then right before I got married, a bunch of them got divorced, right? And at the time, for whatever reason, 4 chicks decided to move in with us because we had the room and they didn't have anywhere to go and they didn't want to stay with their husband anymore. And I'm not going to go too far into detail, but there are both good and bad things about having one guy and a bunch of chicks. The good thing is not the sex. That actually becomes a chore eventually. And I know that sounds nuts.
No, it doesn't.
But
Pun intended.
Yeah.
But after about 4 or 5 times a day, there's limits to a man's willy is one thing. On the other
when
hand,
you're shooting dust, it's like, bitches, let me rest.
it's the real problem is every one of you have had a girlfriend at some point in time and everything was your fault times 4 or 5. And so you can sit alone in your room and never get no nookie and still be responsible for all the horrible things. And then their periods sync up and it goes to hell in a bucket.
Well, it's not just that. It's that women, whenever they get together, tend to like group up into like you know, so like it's like on Survivor, there's always the girls alliance, right? The guys are all like, well, you know, we'll do alliances with whoever, and the girls are all like, we have to team up against the men. It's like that, but you're the only man. They're going to back each other up on everything because they expect to be backed up on their thing. So it doesn't matter that Sarah
Which is why Islam allows husbands to beat their wives when they get out of line.
You are going to end up tied up in the basement as a fucking goddamn breeder for them. And
here's how I sidetracked that.
Mercy.
I turned it into a transactional relationship. So if you want something, you should provide something.
You want the dick salmon? Better.
Hey, I'm negotiable. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just saying I'm not doing what you want unless I get something that I want. And, you know, I've got a recording that I'm not going to play here. That was payment for one of those things. That was the transaction, was she had to record something for me.
Right.
It was an audio file.
Yeah. So I would take this opportunity to apologize for that last segment about the polykill, but I'm not gonna. I only say that because we appear to have lost half of our viewers in that time.
I wonder why.
What's
half
weird
them
is
are
I
over there
picked one
applying.
up.
Half them are over there applying.
Yeah, that's why we lost them. But I picked up a viewer, so we're good. We have a different audience.
Right. For those those of you who stuck around, stuck with it, y'all know who you are.
Shame on you, sir.
Abe's all like, I don't have to leave the stream to apply. I can double
I'm a fucking terrible person. And I have completely spaced off what else we had loaded up for this, so we're just gonna like segue into whatever the fuck is loaded up here.
Oh, this shit. This dude.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this man didn't get pistol whipped, but it's not in America. That's the only reason it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And because he has little bitch dogs, man. If I had a full-grown dog, I'd sick it on his ass.
Yeah.
But here you go, folks.
What are you smashing the wall up for? Why are you smashing the wall down? It's not your fucking wall. It's not your fucking wall. I've just watched you chucking bricks trying to smash the fucking wall.
It's not his wall. That wall is older than him and his entire fucking family.
That wall might be older than his culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he knows there's never going to be any consequences, at least not from the government. I mean, if you went to a fucking wall that's been up for hundreds of years in England and start trashing it, yeah, you would be fucking punished immediately. He is not even going to get a slap on the wrist. In fact, they'll apologize to him.
I just say, like go to Mecca and start, chipping away with a chisel at that black rock. See what happens.
Not one hammer shall strike that chisel before the hammer strikes you.
Mm-hmm. You don't come to another culture and fucking wreck their shit like this. That's extraordinarily disrespectful.
Unless you're an Islamist.
I don't care. It's not your wall. There's a path up there off the main road. There's a path on over there. This is not your property, dude. You can't just go around smashing shit up because you want to go through it.
Not to mention, climb your stupid ass over. It's not like it's a 30-foot tall fucking wall.
Well, I think he points out here in a second that there's like points in either direction where it's open to be passed through.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. In the response, I'm like, even if you don't want to walk your ass a half a block to go through the openings,
you can hop it.
Jump over the damn thing. Yeah. He wanted to smash it because he has no regard for any shit.
Yep.
I think there's more to it. It's a disregard of English stuff. Not just no regard, but a complete disregard for where he's at. This is second generation. He's not an immigrant.
I'd beat his head in with one of those rocks in Minecraft.
I don't care, dude. It's not your wall. I've just watched it and videoed you smashing the wall up. It's not your wall. Then leave it the fuck alone then. Then leave the wall alone. It's a dry stone wall. It's been up for hundreds of years. Dry stone wall, hundreds of years. Cost thousands of pounds per metre to put it right. And you think you can come around here and smash a fucking hole in it because you want to get through? Walk down there, there's a fucking gap in the wall down there. Walk through that one. Walk down that wall and you'll find one that's already fucking opened up down there. There's no need for you to be smashing the fucking property up. What are you recording me for, though? To put...
Is he wanting to drive through a freaking spot? Because that was a huge fucking hole to be like trying to step up over it. That wasn't just, I want to go through. That was breaking the wall.
That's just more evidence that it's bullshit. He just wanted to destroy shit. He didn't have any regard. Yeah.
Right.
Also, if he wanted to destroy shit, he doesn't have a vehicle present. He could have just driven through it if he did have one.
I want to point out the quality of this wall. This man has kicked out all of the internal structure, and yet the top tier of keystones are still standing.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
Right.
Which is why you shouldn't be breaking them down.
Right.
Oh, I'd end him and feed him to the stupid little dogs.
The ocean is always hungry.
Want to get through? Walk down there, there's a fucking gap in the wall down there. Walk through that one. Walk down that wall.
And like I said, chances are this guy's going to be
right fucking there.
Knock on his door. Knock on his door.
No, look, it's right there.
Yep.
From the
you can see the fucking gap.
You're going to have cops on this dude's doorstep saying, "Did you accost him? He was scared. You caused offense."
Came at
him with about the fence.
Yeah.
It's already fucking opened up down there.
And yet, Johnny Smalley does hard time
Yeah.
for basically the same shit.
Where's the Green Ranger when you need him?
I know, right?
And I'm not saying that Johnny Smalley shouldn't do hard time. Frankly, I think that motherfucker got off light.
Yeah, What an ignorant asshole going to other countries and like flaunting that shit. I remember back when I was a kid, they had that one person that like spit on the sidewalk and got freaking like months in prison in one of the Asian countries. Then there was the one that was spray painting and got like whipped. They walked him down the street, whipping him with bamboo shoots and shit. They have like, it's no joke, but he thinks he can get away with it because probably being in America and shit, he's got that idea that no matter what he does, he's going to be the victim. So
that's an incorrect idea. Here's the thing is, and this is something that I think everybody needs to be reminded of. When you go to a foreign country, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter where you go. Do not remain ignorant of the local laws and customs, and do not flaunt them, do not mock them, do not deliberately go out of your way to break them, because when you are in that foreign country, you are not going to be treated as though you have the rights of your home nation.
Right.
You're going to be treated as a criminal.
A truly ancient saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Well,
and that applies across the board. If you're in Mohammedan, do as them fuckers. You have no choice.
They have this idea that because the West has been cucked about this crap, that all countries feel that way. No. In those Asian countries, if you break the law, it's severe. It does, and I just saw recently a video of these two black women who were freaking like trying to walk out on a bill or something in one of the Asian countries. And the consequences, they literally were marching them down the street in the prison outfits to show people them like on display because of that crap. So yeah, it's these
bring back stockades, people. We can totally cut out a huge section of the justice system just by sticking people on public display, I swear.
Yep.
Nope. So, no, you just
There's
don't.
no need for you
We've got 10 seconds, man. Let it happen.
to be smashing the fucking property up. What are you recording me for, though? To put you on Facebook. Why are you putting me on Facebook?
All right.
Yeah. You guys remember, what was it, like 25 years ago or more, there was that American kid in Singapore got caught with a bag of weed on him, and Singapore's got this like really, really no tolerance for drugs of any kind, kind of thing. And what they typically do with people who have, they just assume you're going to sell it. They don't care about personal, use or any of that stuff. So they just assume that if you have it bagged up on your person, you're going to sell it to somebody. And the penalty for that in Singapore is death.
Obviously,
right? He was an American, and they didn't want to start some shit with America because at the time it was kind of a thing. Well, what they ended up doing to him was they caned him publicly.
Yeah. I got one. There was an American expat was living in like Singapore, Thailand, or some freaking where, right? And he had a funeral to go to back home, and he got a dispensation from the government to go home, and he went home and he got high as a fruit bat while he was at home. And when he got back to his country that he had expatriated to, part of his job, he was given a urinalysis, and they found out that he still had weed in his system. He was fired, put on public display, and got 15 freaking years. That was eventually, like 5 years in, was commuted to a home arrest, basically, where he could go to work and home, and that's it.
Well, it's a lot of people.
15 years, bro.
A lot of people probably haven't seen Midnight Train. They know the clip from Cable Man where he puts his tit against the window and says, "Oh, Billy." That came from a movie called Midnight Train. That was essentially that. Some dude thought he could smuggle drugs through the airport. He ends up, because he's a rich asshole who thinks he can get away with shit, gets caught, thinks it's a big joke till he's put in one of these prisons in this country and went through hell. It's
right. I mean, even more recently, Brittany Griner in Russia. You guys remember Brittany Griner? The
him
mannish dude who was,
have y'all heard about the I don't know the number bill in California, but it's being called the Stopnik Shirley bill?
Yeah.
I heard that they were attempting to drag his ass into court on a number of different things.
Sure, but this is an actual bill that's being introduced into the state Congress to literally stop public from being a press. Like, if you don't have press credentials, you can't do any form of journalism, period. So investigative journalism is completely out.
Did you see that California is
Only
on the brink
state
of
media,
going Republican?
state-funded media.
But California Republicans aren't that Republican, bro.
No, it's just funny because of their fuckery and their stupidity. They're fucking gonna actually have a Republican governor at, for whatever that's worth. But it's so much shit is happening in California right now that it's just kind of all falling apart. You have that, you have the freaking Gavin Newsom, them finding out, like I said, that 2/3 of his book sales was him buying them himself. His freaking campaign money. He funneling it to buy his own books to make it look like he's popular. You have a lot of funky shit happening here in California. That's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. California is trying their very best to destroy themselves and bring the rest of the country down with them. That's the plan. That's what they're doing. That's always been the whole thing. This is them coming after Nick Shirley because he doesn't have like credentials or whatever. It's the same shit as when they were coming after kids with lemonade stands because they didn't have a fucking business license.
Yeah, you have that sheriff that
happened,
confiscated the votes, the ballots, and has essentially proven that vote to change districts to violate our state law and be able to change districts the way they want to do was actually false. They didn't win it, but they just falsified it. So yeah, there's some really hinky shit.
Well, and here's the thing, right? They didn't give a shit about independent journalism until somebody started calling out fraud across the nation.
And it wouldn't hold up. It's his First Amendment right.
No, it absolutely doesn't hold up. You don't have to have a degree or a license to do this shit. You just have to have a camera and a will to do it, and also don't break any laws where you can get away with not breaking any laws. It's like, obviously don't do home invasions, stay within the rules, that kind of thing, which he has done as far as I can tell.
Yeah. It's 90% of the policies put forward by the left in California are all shit that will never hold up in a court of law, but they'll put them forward as some symbolic thing. It's just like the unmasking of ICE agents. Well, ICE agents can't wear masks here in California. Bullshit. Try to stop them. They're not under your purview, you dumb shits. Same thing here. If you imprison him, it's going to go up, and once it's shot down, which it would be, he can then sue the state and get taxpayer money, but they don't care because it's not their money, it's everybody else's, for violating his civil rights. It's so stupid.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They're trying to remove civil rights in California altogether, are they not?
It's weird.
It's state gets rights, but you don't.
It's weird how all the Dixiecrats moved west and California happened.
Yeah.
Just because you're laughing don't mean I'm joking.
Yeah, that doesn't make it less funny. Just because something's true doesn't make it not funny.
I hate this state so much. Like I said, I wouldn't blame a single person if you guys found a way to chip this state off and kick it into the fucking ocean.
I already have a way. They just won't let me have the if they won't let Iran have nukes, they're not going to let me do it. Gene Hackman, 1978, Superman.
Yep. I knew exactly what you're talking about.
The man showed us the way.
And then you end up with oceanfront property at Arizona, which is not Arizona, with
Great
Utah.
George Strait song. Great George Strait song.
Yeah, that one. Also, the Arizona Bay stand-up bit by Bill Hicks goes into detail quite a bit about that. I miss Bill Hicks. I miss that.
Just watch Alex Jones.
Well, Alex Jones is entertaining, but he's not like deliberately funny.
I'm kind of retarded.
Kinda, yeah.
Return to the Frogs game.
Yeah, but they did though. So I mean,
That's so fucked up.
Eventually,
That-
enough time. Eventually, Alex Jones is right about almost everything.
I had this joke that used to be a joke, but has stopped being a joke. I used to say that I took my kids to Chuck E. Cheese on my Alex Jones's right jar, but it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, Alex Jones is extraordinarily memeable. You know what, Kevin? That's the thing.
Yeah.
If we were to go buy a bunch of worthless desert property, right, in Nevada and Utah and New Mexico and whatnot, bunch of worthless desert property, right, and California were to somehow just shuffle off the edge of the continent into the ocean, and all of a sudden we had all this beachfront property, I would, in honor of Otis, name at least one place, Otisburg. I think Lex was very unfair about that. There would be an Otisburg. Probably be a shithole, but it would exist. Anywho, what's up next? I forget.
The London Journal says a new national law has been introduced to require all operating systems to have mandatory age verification.
Yeah. So this isn't exactly new. I think I've been holding on to this one for a week or so. But yeah, that's a thing. Like, they've already passed it in California. It takes effect next year in California, and they are trying to get this through at the federal level to require all operating systems within the United States to require ID verification laws, or to submit to ID verification laws, rather, to require users to prove they're who they say they are. And how do we do this? Well, we give them all our information. We give them our facial biometrics. We give them our IDs and our social security numbers and all
Another
of that
thing
shit,
that'll
all
be
the
shot
coordinated
down.
stuff. I hope it is. I fucking hope it is, because there's plenty of people in there who think this is the way to go, who think that that whole "this is for the children" thing is the Trojan horse. That's an exploitation that they're using to get this shit into place. And we're not the only place this is happening, by the way. This is happening in every country in the West.
That's the digital ID that England just passed. There, they want to do the same thing here, and that's the thing. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately for us, unfortunately for them, it's going to hit up against, once again, our rights. And
now, when it comes
shut down,
I mean, yeah, assuming that they adhere to Constitution, which
the bypass is going to be
just saying the IRS exists. If we're talking unconstitutional acts, the IRS exists.
Sure, but the bypass will be age verification. They're not interested in your ID. They want to know how old you are so that you could, whether or not you're supposed to be using the system. But having everyone do this will require a digital ID for it to work. Think about it.
Well,
in order to get into, say, a library, you got to have a card.
Vote. You don't need ID for that.
Right. See, here we go.
Well, they're already talking about like the new licenses, the smart IDs that you're supposed to be getting the next time you get an ID, that they've already passed, by the way, that DHS already put through.
As soon as you get the age verification systems into place and the digital ID, you're going to get a online voting option, and they're going to do away with physical polls.
That is part of it, yes, but there's also there's a deeper thing here, right? Think about what an operating system is. How prevalent those are, right? They're in everything. They're in your fucking car.
Not mine.
Well, yours is very old, but
yes, it is.
The point is like there are a lot of people out there who buy, like if people buying Teslas, they're buying those EVs. What the fuck do you think that engine? How do you think that onboard computer shit runs? Is an operating system. What happens if it decides that you're not old enough while you're driving on a curve on the side of a mountain? Just shuts off. Off you go. Right? Your telephone.
That's what you get for driving underage, you sick fuck.
Everything that you remember last year, or was it last year or the year before, when Microsoft had that hiccup that shut down the whole fucking planet? Right?
Oops.
We're talking chaos on a mass scale because
Did I do that?
The vast majority of people have no idea how to get around this. So they'll either submit their fucking information to a government that doesn't actually need it and more than likely already has it, or they're not going to do that, and it's going to shut them out of basically life. The average person has no idea how endemic internet access is to everything we do.
Right. There's a line of refrigerators out there that has to have connectivity to a Wi-Fi in order to function. And I don't mean for the online shit to function, but for it to actually be turned on in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine, hypothetically speaking, you have, I don't know, a hurricane, a snowstorm, a tornado comes through, knocks out your power for a couple hours. Your power comes back on, but your internet does not. Now what? Have you got a hotspot? Hope the signals are up. Let's get some Starlink going or something. I don't know what to tell you. I'm thinking Starlink might be a better bet in the future than landbound, honestly. Even though it's got a built-in lag, it's still might be more reliable. The problem I have with that is weather. Like out west, it's not such a big deal, but in the east, man, it rains 4 times a day sometimes of the year here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like the Ravenous one here is saying, we made social media for under 16s illegal, but all it did was identify every adult and what sites they're on and what they say. Meanwhile, under 16s are still on social media. That is precisely it. It was never about under 16s. Not once. And I'm not saying there aren't websites that are fucking problems. There are. You know.
There's one called Blue Sky, dude. You wouldn't believe it.
Well, that, Pornhub, like these kinds of things. There are websites that are 100. I mean, I suppose that probably the underage sex trafficking is pretty much even on both sides, right? But this isn't about kids. It's not about protecting them or their rights or their safety in any fucking way. This is about adults. This is the same shit we were talking about last night with the there's an Indian guy in California who wants to put fucking biometric camera operating systems in every toilet bowl. So they can watch you pee and poop and they can, then tell you how healthy you are according to it. But they're going to record all that information because it isn't about your health.
What the fuck?
It's about your biometric information that isn't yours anymore, that can be sold to third parties or can be used for a variety of other nefarious purposes. And it's no coincidence that all this shit is happening all at the same time, all across the West.
Because they see the tides turning, and so now they're in this, we have to get as much done as we can before this all backfires on us,
I've been yelling about the backfire potential of all this here for 5 years since I started my channel. I started off real subtly being like, the pendulum's eventually going to swing the other way. And if you're going to go this hard left, I can't imagine what's going to happen when it swings back right.
Are you serious, Ravenous? Blue Sky's exempt?
Oh my God.
Why is Blue Sky exempt?
What the fuck do you think they're exempt, you silly duck?
Yeah, but I want to hear them say it. They're never gonna say it, but I want to hear them say it. I want them to fucking explain themselves. It's like, look, if you're gonna do authoritarian draconian measures, fucking go all out across the board. Don't be fucking leaving favorites and exceptions out in the wind. Because that's just proof that you were a lying douchebag. If you're gonna be an authoritarian jackboot, be an authoritarian jackboot.
Well, the problem is
I have been asking people on a regular basis, would you rather be friends with a honest racist or a lying liberal?
Honest racist. Easy answer.
Okay, and the same answer for an honest racist versus a lying Republican. The weird part is the honest racist is probably a Republican.
Yeah. Maybe.
That question is the same thing.
Yeah, you got nothing for that one, do you?
No.
Is the same thing as when they talk about Trump. Everyone saying, well, Trump's such a bad man. He's a jerk. I don't give a shit. He's he's functioning. That's the thing. I think Greg Gutfeld has mentioned it, where it's all like, if you have two surgeons, one is really shitty at his fucking job, but sweet as the day is long, or one that's a complete asshole but never's had a person die on his operating table, who are you going to have do the surgery on you?
Ladies and gentlemen, bring me the asshole. We're going to give him Surgeon of the Year award immediately and have my...
I don't need my surgeon to be fucking my best friend. I need him to make sure I fucking come out of it alive. And it's the same thing here. It's like, I'd rather have somebody who's honest with me and a complete dick than somebody who's really great but fucking lies straight to my face.
Maybe he wants to fuck your best friend. You don't know.
Yeah, that's why he replaced
act like I have a best friend.
Baked potato.
Shh, we weren't telling them this. I was just, I was playing along.
That is one of my favorite parts of the South Park movie is when George Clooney replaces Kenny's heart with a baked potato and tells him he has about 3 seconds to live. Because that's the kind of healthcare you're gonna get. Canada knows.
Yeah, there was this video of this guy who just took it to freaking Canada because his wife got cancer. She moved to the United States. He had to stay in Canada. She went into remission because they had already said you're going to die. There was a surgery that she could have that would have saved her life, and they said, no, we're not going to give it to you. So she came to the United States, got it done, saved her life, went into remission. He had to stay there. She came back because she missed her family. It came, another cancer popped up or something. She had to go back to the United States. Once again, he stays there. He wants to move to the United States because it happens like again. And finally, a politician here in the United States fast tracks his things. He gets a visa and his wife's doing great. Every single time she went back to Canada, they essentially said, you're just going to die. But yet they'll tell us that there's no death panels or something. We're just making it up. Canadian healthcare is so great. Fuck you, dumb shits.
Yeah. Yeah. Also off topic. What does Devil's best friend look like? Jesus, probably.
Have you ever seen a picture of a vampire in a mirror? That's what it looks like. Let it soak in, fellas. It's a slow marinade.
Right?
I don't want no friend. Don't need no friend.
You want to go fishing?
One of these days, again referencing the South Park movie, I want to get I want to get Devil to do a rendition of Up There. If you don't know out there, and if you hadn't seen the movie, go watch the movie. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I mean, you don't have to fuck Saddam Hussein, but like sing the song.
But it would bring you to completeness. I mean, it does sort of hold the thing together.
I just want to live up there. I can't even get that high. Fuck. My voice won't do it.
Representation of the devil.
Okay, what's the next thing? Pizza Hut.
Right. Yeah. So this is specifically a very specific single store in Canada who apparently this is something I came across. I didn't even know this was a thing, but apparently they're apologizing to American Pizza Hut customers for serving a single thing in a trial franchise of Pizza Hut in a single town in Canada that we don't have access to, which is basically pig in a pie.
It's worse than that, dude. This is bad. This is bad.
Well, it's stuffed crust, but instead of cheese, it's a whole ass hot dog per slice.
Yeah, I've seen similar things.
Oh my god, this is.
I think it.
So bad.
I would eat that. That looks kind of good.
Oh, you're the worst type of person,
dude. I've talked about it. I hate freaking gatekeeping food. If it tastes good to you, eat it. I don't care.
I don't like hot dogs. And the thing about hot dogs is anything you cook near a hot dog also tastes like a hot dog.
I like hot dogs though.
Okay, sure. Okay, go ahead. You're those type of people. I've got a whole house full of those types of people. I have hot dogs in my house, and I curl my lip every time I open that drawer to get the cheese out.
I love how this is the hill that Squatch is going to die on. He's all, you're one of those people.
Yeah. Look, I can relate. I hate fucking onions, but every house I've ever lived in has been, if it isn't just me, then it's populated with people who love onions. And I hate them. I hate onions so much.
All right, so I can sympathize, dude. I'm not a huge onion fan. I have learned to tolerate the onion.
Right, and in this here, I'm equating my onion intolerance with your hot dog intolerance. So it's not like we're
sure,
that different. It's just that you're wrong.
You are also wrong, sir. You're eating the chicken lips of the fucking meat world,
and the horse assholes. Let's not forget the horse assholes. But when you pack them in real like that, and you roll it up in I mean, it's like pig in a blanket, but with the pizza pie attached. That's why I said.
Oh no, dude! Oh my God, you're so wrong.
Put some cheese in there with that thing, man. Oh,
you're so wrong. All right. So full confession: if this was all that was available for a while, I would eat it. I am not going to eat a hot dog. It's just that if there's anything else on earth, I might eat you before I eat the hot dog.
I mean, I'll probably taste like pig lips and horse assholes. So
yeah, you taste like hot dogs because that's what you're eating. Thank you for letting me know. You will live longer for that. Devil, what do you eat? I'm not even going to ask Abe. He tastes like fucking boiled mash. Like, what do you eat?
Yeah. And beans.
We're together.
You're out, dude. I can't even touch you. I'm allergic to beans. Devil, you're the one. You're it. What it is? What do you eat?
Yes.
You're the one, dude. Delicious long pork. I eat ass too. Why did you put me in that position?
Because it's fucking funny.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jay Walker, welcome in. You missed all the good stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about devil eating ass. Okay, so the only reason I stuck around this long because devil offended me and I was going to leave, but I'm taking over now. So wait, before we do this, I want to read the thing. So USD Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service. African swine fever spreads fast. There haven't been any cases in the U.S. yet, but a single infection could wipe out America's entire pig population. Prevention is the only cure. Observation: Texas and Florida might introduce that shit just for some relief from the wild pigs.
Sure. The thing that I found interesting about this post in particular was it coming from the USDA, and they're saying, oh, yeah, it hasn't hit yet. Well, where have I heard that before? And also they disabled the comments.
Oh, wow. Only some accounts can reply, but you can't read them.
Because Sam kept messaging.
All right. So when I was in high school, when I was in 10th grade, we had I don't know why, I'm not sure how I ended up in this group, but we had a group of our people from our school that was used in writing various papers on just really esoteric bullshit and doing experiments and stuff with the science department and all that stuff. And it partnered up with different colleges and stuff around Georgia. Anyway, part of it was that each school got part of a program and they all had to do their bit of the experiment and turn in all the data and everything. And there were a handful of students put in charge of each one. I was put in charge of a swine flu experiment involving a mouse influenza virus and actual fucking lab rats, like those little white mice, right? And all of this was basically mice.
Okay.
Mice.
Because they're not
all of this was designed basically to test your ability to stick to protocol, to do the lab tech, to do all of the proper steps. To, we weren't generating virus; we were using pre-prepped supprets, right? So basically, we just had to keep from sticking ourselves in your past. But we did infect a shitload of goddamn mice with either supposed virus or saline, and we didn't know which was which.
At this point, I'm going to just start referring to you as our resident gain of function expert.
Okay. I'm not an expert, but I have done some shit.
Committer, then? Resident gain of function
I've seen
committer?
some shit. But here's the thing. This particular experiment was done in like 9 different classes in Georgia. And at the end of it, we all met up at a little conference thing over in a town not too far away from here. And we were all comparing data and stuff. And one of the schools had a mouse escape, right? And that mouse happened to be one of the infected mice, and that infected mouse managed to contaminate 98% of the other mice in the test, because the test was not for infectious disease rate, which was the data we got off of that test. The test was actually on fatality rates, because there was a predicted fatality rate and then like the whole 9. Anyway, this was actually fairly advanced bullshit. I know you think, high school, why would they be doing anything like that? We were bused to a college to do this shit. And I spent like a month going back and forth to the college over here to do it. And we were largely responsible for everything laboratory, but not so much the feeding and handling. And it's from the word jump, one of the very first things that I submitted was my complaint on not being able to control the food and water and care of the mice, because I was worried about cross-contamination due to lax handling. And they all told me I was an idiot, which it wasn't a problem with us, but apparently it was a problem with one of the others.
Yeah. I spent some time in junior high at the university in the necropsy lab, watching beetles eat the flesh off human skulls.
There you go. Right.
Yeah. Like it, some of our science classes took us to some weird places.
Just think how many new sexually transmitted diseases have propagated and formed in Sam's bloodstream.
Almost none of them. my biology eats shit like this.
Well, I mean, I also grew up on a farm, and so
You do spread them though.
There's practical applications to these types of experimentations, and they go straight to like the farm treatment and care and best practices involving, pigs, horses, sheep, goats, all that stuff. And when you have a disease enter into a farmed population, it is absolutely diabolical because of the nature of communicable disease and its tendency to jump species and be an extremely virulent pathogen on its first generation or two. When you have one like a chicken flu or avian flu that jumps to swine, it'll kill 98% of the swine population that it's first introduced to, and slowly loses its efficacy. Thank you. Efficacy over a couple of generations, but with bacteria and viruses, those generations might take 8 months. So within a year or two, it's an innocuous endemic pathogen.
Yeah, I just don't like the panicky shit that they're trying to evoke.
Well, I think there's a reason for there are all right. For
Well,
whatever
what
reason, they're gonna kill off the pig population.
Not only are they going to kill off the pig population, and Zillage brings up a point about this ain't that dissimilar from when certain places in the U.S. just tried to recently ban dogs. There's that. There's also, now that when this is going around, somehow they'll find a way for it to jump from pigs to humans, and then it's going to be another new pandemic. We got to go get another new shot that is similarly real suspiciously close to the last one that we all said no to, or some of us said no to. It's just going to keep trying again over and over and over again. And the problem with this kind of thing is, and this is where it gets to the black pill, right? Somebody was asking the other day in another chat in another channel, how do you win the culture war? Well, the culture war, of course, being just an extension of the overall, war that is constantly going on. It's like, look, there is no winning. There never will be any winning. There's vigilance or there is failure.
Fallout disagrees. Fallout disagrees.
Fallout is an example of failure.
I'm just saying that's losing. Everybody lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like either you are vigilant all the time, or you lose. There is no winning.
Right.
Because they will never stop trying.
So an interesting bit of data about specifically swine flus, or more specifically avian flus that jump to swine. For whatever reason, and I don't quite understand this, but at the same time it sort of makes sense. Domesticated pigs are hugely more susceptible than wild pigs to almost all of them, in almost every case.
Almost like it's designed that way.
Well, and I hear what you're saying, but when you look at the statistics of viruses that jump species, typically it's a very strange accident that typically causes it to happen. It's, a pig eating an infected bird of very recent death and having open wounds in their mouth and face in the process. You can't just like eat a bat and you get a virus. That's not how that works. All right. It's usually a subcutaneous type passing. The pig gets attacked by something, has an open wound, and in the process manages to get infected chicken blood in the wound, which allows the virus to survive the transition.
Right. Like you bring up bats, for example. Like a vampire bat transmits rabies, but it doesn't just transmit rabies just because it's like, oh, its teeth are, shooting you up with it or whatever. What it is a mixture of the blood of the animal that it's drinking from and its own saliva. When you get the mix of the fluids, that's when the transfer happens. The reason that it doesn't happen if, say, a pig eats the vampire bat that is loaded down with rabies, it doesn't catch the rabies that way, because stomach acids typically will kill anything.
Right. And believe it or not, pig saliva, for that matter, human saliva, is just caustic enough to count as the very first start of digestion.
Well, yeah.
Your saliva breaks down stuff that your stomach can't.
That's why bread gets soggy and meat gets, the way that it does in the mouth before it ever swallowed. When they say melt in the mouth, that just means it's highly susceptible to the enzymes in your saliva.
Which means animal fats, which is not a coincidence, people. You're not running around eating seed fats off the back of a fucking rhino. That's not how that works.
No.
I don't care how many beans you eat, it's not the same.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why you can't get HIV from drinking fucking AIDS blood. You
That's
can't.
true. Unless you have a wound in your mouth.
Or like a fucking bleeding ulcer in your stomach, which is a very low chance because it's still got to get past the acid. Right. The stomach acid kills viruses, kills bacteria. It digests them, if you will.
This is one of those, oh no, what happens if, damn it, I did it again. You got to be careful with this one. If you don't hit the little play button, it sends you to the fucking place. All right. This is just an example of communicable diseases, and it's kind of a cheeky representation because the instantaneous transmission is a joke, but god damn it, I did it again. I'm just trying to pause the fucking thing. Stop it. Get some help. And yeah, you can look at virtually any pandemic in history, ironically, with the exception of the most recent one, which had different travel lines, but I'm not going to get into that. And this display does a pretty good job at showing you the concept behind communicability. But the reality of it is each one of these pigs develops symptoms, however many hours it takes for the half-life of the original virus to do. Pigs and people disdain sick people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you've got an obvious cold or something, people would avoid you, right? Pigs do the same thing. They're not very effective, but they do it. And there are some pigs that are loners and will not catch this, but that doesn't give you any level of immunity. And the way we breed pigs and the way we trace breedings is very counterintuitive on the viral resistance tree, if you get what I'm saying. There's no consideration for disease, or not much consideration for disease in breeding programs. The breeding programs are largely designed around survivability of offspring, growth time and size, and in some cases quality of meat. and that's it. So whether or not they get sick from a particularly common virus or whatever is not really counted in. It's assumed that nature will take care of that in the field, right? Here's where there's a huge loophole in all of it, is the fact that because we run our landrace species breeds the same way we do horses and stuff, that means that when one of them can be infected, because they're all heavily inbred, there's a really high likelihood that every single one of them is susceptible, like the banana fungus.
Yeah.
It's not a one-to-one analogy, but it's a good visual.
Sure. But they now what they're not showing you here though is like with the infection, like they're not talking about the pig's immune systems at all though. They're just saying, oh, they're infected, so blah blah blah. It's like, well,
yeah, no, I hear you and I get that.
How,
but
how
at
do
the
you
same
get
time,
from like virulent pathogen to harmless endemic is by building immunity to the infection. Yeah.
Right. But we are an intelligent species, and these are selectively bred animals, which means you can look to various other breeds that show some type of a resistance to it and breed resistance in, but you'll be changing the base breed on its surface, right? So let's say hypothetically the first transmission happened through landrace. Because of the nature of the way viruses pick up DNA and RNA strands and utilize them for further reproduction in the host species, if it's infected, say, a landrace variety of pig, almost all of the landrace species will be susceptible to it because they're all sourced from the same basic inbred genetic code because of the selective breeding processes we use to track pedigree and whatnot.
Yeah,
so the country pig in freaking a field in Texas is 90% likely to be resistant, whereas a landrace pig on a field in California is almost 100% likely to be susceptible. What's up, Dennis? Welcome in. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much about this. I'll apologize.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Like you had said before we even started that you did a whole thing on this. Like, and honestly, the science of it isn't really what I was mostly concerned about. It was the panicky nature of the post, combined with the fact that it was put out there and they prevented anybody from responding to it.
What up, Sig?
That was the problem that I had with it.
This feels very much like astroturfing fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because
100%.
when you compare it with this visual, when you combine it with this particular visual of, hey, it only takes one, and if one pig gets in, all of a sudden within a 15-second video, the entire herd is contaminated, and they're all susceptible, obviously. That's sort of. There are a certain amount of quarantine procedures that can be taken into account, and that's just, yeah. There's some shit that can be done. It's just that the federal government doesn't do it. They just kill them all.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. It's like they're going to start ordering the slaughtering of like thousands of fucking animals left and right, like they did 5 years ago.
I have an observation on something that's been puzzling me over the past few weeks. Have you noticed how cheap pork loin is recently?
Yeah, well, that was the other thing. Is like this happens just as people start buying up more pork because beef prices have soared.
Right. I see a future market stabilization event. The only reason beef prices have soared is because they had something of a cull a couple of years ago during that whole lockdown period.
Yeah, something of a cull. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing numbers, bro. I'm not getting smoked tonight. There's something of a cull.
6 million innocent chickens.
Well, it wasn't just chickens. There were cows and sheeps, and
I know.
It was oddly sporadic and random.
I thought Abe would appreciate.
Yeah. Nice.
You know, look, this pork was promised us 3,000 years ago. That's all I'm saying. You know, because the Hebrews said they didn't want it.
Right.
So,
it's not a coincidence that the Spanish dropped pigs on every single island they encountered.
Yeah, it's because they're fucking delicious. And
Jack got cornholioed. Email me. Sorry, power for shenanigans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when I think cornholioed, I think deported.
Yeah.
You know, specifically that episode of Beavis and Butthead where Beavis does get deported.
Yeah,
I am the
yeah,
great
no, I
Cornholio.
I was being TB,
TB.
pretty man, woman, and
TB
child.
for my people.
For all of my people.
My people, follow me.
I used to do a pretty good Cornholio impression, and apparently that's not the case anymore because my voice, as we just discovered earlier, does not go that high.
I had a buddy of mine named Russell growing up who was shorter than me and blonder than me, and anytime the Beavis and Butthead thing happened, he would look over and go, "Oh, the great Cornholio," and I would go, "Oh, shut up, asshole! Stop it!" If I could have score, yeah, totally. And he was spot on with it too.
Hey, Butthead. Hey, Butthead.
Right, don't do that.
That just hurt my throat.
Oh, shut up, dumbass.
I am not a young man anymore. I can't do that shit with my throat.
I can do it with your throat. Don't bother.
Clip that all you like. I don't give a shit. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're going to bring the show to a close. Mostly because, amazingly, somehow today, we managed to get through all the goddamn topics that I brought to the table. That almost never fucking happens. So
yeah, I didn't have to drive nobody. Did I tell you I completely spurred out on everybody in my house a few days ago? I've been driving folks everywhere. I got like my entire family living here at the moment because everybody's between places and shit. They're all anyway.
Right.
I've been driving like constantly for like 3 or 4 weeks straight, and I had a series of events take place where one daughter needed to go to a place outside of town, and I went and came back, and then I went to go see my wife out of town and came back, and when I got back, my other daughter was having some kind of she's pregnant and was having some contractions and stuff, so I got to take her to the hospital. I was like, sure. I was a hospital halfway down the block over here, right? No, she's got to go to one that's 2 hours away because they have an OBGYN, and that's where she has to go. And I'm like, well, listen, I've been driving for 8 hours. Or but it was like 3.5 hours. I've been driving for fucking ever. Can you get transport from this hospital over here? I know they'll do it, and they don't have an OBGYN, but they do have an OB on staff in case of emergencies and stuff, which is what we're talking about here, right? She's like, no. And everybody, and my wife and her mom and everybody was like, well, she needs to go to the hospital. And fine, I drove the motherfucker all the way to the damn hospital with 2 screaming ass youngins in the damn back, sitting there in the middle of the freaking day, fucking 85 degrees. And I lost my shit. I just left her there. I was sitting there. I didn't have any drinks for the kids. I didn't have any extra diapers. I didn't have any of the things that I needed to deal with this situation. And because I thought I was coming in to like be done, I brought all of my stuff that I had traveled with inside. So I didn't have any of my cooler stuff, none of my stuff, no extra cigarettes, nothing. I was just raw dogging this motherfucker in a parking lot. And I went, no, this is just stupid. And so I drove home. Got the kids cleaned, did all the diaper changing, the feeding, and all that stuff, and that bitch showed up before I could finish changing the diapers. All right, and the next morning, I had 5 freaking texts from people wanting rides to go places, and I just said no to everybody, and they all showed up and wanted to like complain, and I fucking fruited up. I do not own me. You can't tell me what to do. You can't make me. It's my car, my gas, my driving, my time, and everything is mine. You can't have it. Stop it. And now everybody's kind of walking around the house pouting and shit. No, I'm not going anywhere. No. I mean, you notice like a couple of weeks ago, I was on like your show and Cap's show, and that was it, right? For like 2 or 3 weeks in a row, I had nothing going on. Driving all the time.
And we get to that, just before the 2 hour mark, and every time for months, it was like, hey, I gotta go. And I was like, well, you used to stick around for fucking hours. You used to encourage me to continue on. So it is what it is. Not that I'm saying anything negative one way or the other about anybody involved here, except
well, no, I saw the look in your tentacles.
Away from me.
I saw the look straight in your tentacles. I could see it. Damn, Abe's mask over there getting all frowny face and stuff. I knew. I know.
Right.
But I mean, it's family. What are you going to do?
Apparently yell at them and tell them to fuck themselves.
Well, I mean, the thing is like at first it was like just necessary trips, but it kind of ballooned into necessary, like, oh, I need this type shit, you know? No. And I was like, if you ain't bleeding, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Right.
I want to see an arm hanging out your fucking ass before that kid's going to have a name and a fucking job before I take you to the fucking hospital. Stop it. But no, see, that's the thing. That's what got me is like, I took her to the fucking hospital. I get home. She has to go to her baby or OBG, her actual OBGYN. Guess what? Fucker's across the street from the same hospital. I'm like, so I get home, I take a nap, I wake up, and I got to take her straight back there again the next morning. I just fruited the fuck up next morning when I was like, okay, so you need to go to the OB over here. She's like, no, I don't go to that one anymore. I go to the one in Dublin. I'm like, you're going to have to find a fucking ride. I was like, if I take you, I'm not taking you fucking you or anybody else any fucking where. And I'll tell them all you did it. It's your fault. You're the one. This is it. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. That's bullshit. Anyway, I'll start everything off so we can get the hell out of here.
We're glad to have you back. So yeah, why don't you do that?
You can find me at the Blast Radius tomorrow with Captain Curmudgeon. That's 8:30 p.m. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We'll probably be raging about some form of video, movie, news, Iran, and the fact that California is going Republican. Then Tuesday, God willing, and the creek don't rise, I'll be doing the Naughty Corner with Ajot, and we've kind of changed the format of the show, and we're going a little bit roughshod all over everything and everybody. So it's not so much your Naughty Corner anymore as it is like our Naughty Corner for being naughty. It's a little different. And hopefully next week, I'm going to try to get this character that popped up on my channel, Entwined the Mind. I'm going to talk to him and see if I can get him in for a Sasquatch Shills next Thursday. All of these at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and you can find me there. Send me money, send Gal money, send him money, send somebody else some money, but don't send Abe money because he's already in you.
Gonna get you.
Indeed. Speaking of Abe getting it, what do you got? What do you got coming
Get
up?
it, Abe.
A bit of everything. Find me everywhere. Abe, gonna get you.
Yeah. Nice, short, and sweet. Although not nearly as entertaining as Sasquatch's outro this time, but
No.
it is what it is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to fucking break down on your goddamn stream, too. Not bad.
It's fine. It's fine. People love watching that shit for some reason.
I noticed my viewers doubled.
Yeah. Devil, what do you got coming up?
Oh shit. Nothing. No.
Good job.
No.
Retirement, man.
I should be on the pub next week, depending on what's coming up. Also, I know this people are probably getting whiplash at this point, but my schedule might be changing, so I might be able to get on some people's shows here and there. Fingers crossed. But as of right now, nope. Next one I'll be on is probably next week at the pub.
Fair enough. All right, well, that brings it to me, and rather quickly, too. So here in a couple of hours, I will be over on Exiled Lioness, too, because, yes, Amira is back in the States, and, yes, she does want to stream tonight, so we will be doing that. After that, sometime late tonight, I will be probably jumping on for more Crimson Desert because, I gotta tap that vein, man. I gotta mainline that shit. Unlike Adam, I can admit I'm a goddamn addict, and I love it. And there will be a lot more of that coming down the pike through the next week. We'll also be doing quiz night on Abyssal Musings next Friday, so check out that when that comes up. And then other than that, yeah, just a pub and back here next week for probably more horrendous and simultaneously sad and funny news and stuff and stories and just weirdness in general, what we do. Thank you all for coming. Thanks to everybody on the panel. Thanks to everybody in the chat. You guys are amazing. We'll see you all next time. And remember, it could always be worse. I'm going to end this like I did last night. You could be in Somalia. Bye.